morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Last night, Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks defeated Matthew Stafford in the LA Rams 31-27. Darnold finished with 3 touchdowns in the NFC title win. And then earlier yesterday, Drake May and the New England Patriots punched their ticket to the big game versus the Denver Broncos. They escaped Mile High with a 10-7 victory. In college football news, Ohio State is finalizing a deal to make former Pittsburgh Steelers play caller Arthur Smith their offensive coordinator. Smith spent the past 2 seasons with the Steelers under Mike Tomlin. Before that, he was the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, compiling a record of 21-30 over 3 seasons. This year, the Steelers ranked 15th in the NFL, averaging 22 points per game. In other head coaching news, the Steelers have verbally agreed to make Mike McCarthy their next head coach. This update was sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, buy one quesadilla deal, get one free on the app. Terms apply.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're inside and warm and not out in the crap. It is still a level 3 snow emergency in Franklin County, Fairfield County, Delaware County, Licking County, Union County, all the counties, all the listing areas, still level 3. So be safe, be smart, be careful out there. It is not fun to drive in. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning. Go to hell. Tyvis, how was your drive in this morning, buddy?
It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. So last night, you never know how much it snows until it's time to go out there and shovel the driveway. So I was out there, and I was like, man, it's like I had to do it twice, because it was like so much that like I had to just kind of do it twice. So I'm sitting there, and then I'm looking at my roads in my neighborhood, and I'm like, yeah, they not. I don't think they're going to come do these until later. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to be able to look at it like, am I going to be able to get out here? I was like, you know what? I got to put the car in 4-wheel drive, and I just got to, we got to plow through it.
Yeah.
So I got the driveway done this morning. I got up, and as I went on my venture, I said, all right, so I know my neighborhood is probably going to be bad. But once I get to 23,
sure,
certainly it'll be better. I got to 23, and I was like, it ain't that much. It ain't that much better. But I made it through. So I was like, okay, 23, it's not quite up to what I thought it would be, but certainly 315 now.
Oh.
315, that's a major highway there. Everybody goes on 315. Yeah, it's not that much better. No, so I was like, I don't think nobody going too many places today.
They said we got 12 inches of snow yesterday in one day. 12 inches.
I believe it. It was nonstop.
Or was it? No, was it 10? I'm looking at the TV right now. Meredith's on. Meredith Garfalo, 10-2 meteorologist. She'll be on with us at 7:30 to give us an update on that. I guess it was 11.9 inches yesterday. 12 inches was the total 2-day total, but 11.9, so just barely under a foot of snow for Columbus. But certain areas around Columbus got more than that. So, yeah, wherever you are, be safe this morning. Our little survey of the roads from your point of view and mine are not great. It's still not great out there. So they're working hard. I know the snowplow drivers and all that stuff doing everything they can, but it's just it snowed all night or close to all night. Late last night is kind of when it stopped. And they've been plowing all day trying to keep it from being completely impassable.
Yeah. If you got a truck,
if you have 4-wheel drive on your truck, that's
too. Your tires will be tested.
Oh, it's
if you haven't gotten new tires in the past 2-3 years, I wouldn't even do it.
If you've been someone who's been putting off getting the tires, you're like, I'll do it soon. Today's not your day. Today is not your day.
Sit this one out.
Yeah. Isaiah is in today for Dylan. Isaiah, you've got the truck. How did you feel the drive in today was?
Today's drive was a lot better than yesterday's. Yesterday I came in to do the Sunday shows, and I realized in the morning it was so cold that my truck didn't want to switch into 4-wheel drive. So at that point, I was really, really concerned because then I was just tail whipping the entire way.
Yeah.
And then by the time the afternoon rolled around yesterday, it finally shifted over. and I haven't taken it out of four-wheel drive since. So today was beautiful. Not too bad getting in. Yesterday was like a horror movie.
Yeah, driving yesterday was not ideal. I don't recommend it. I got stuck because they gave us a hotel, which is funny because the hotel was for me last night, so I could come in this morning and not have to drive so far and not have to drive in all the crappy weather. However, I had to get here yesterday, which was when all the weather was really bad too. So it was good on them to give me the hotel. I appreciated it, and I got down here, but oh my gosh, like that was one of the worst drives I've ever had in my life. I never want to do that again. So I don't plan to. I'm going to stay here until they get all this snow pulled out of the way.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll be here till Wednesday, I think. So crazy weather weekend. Hope you are staying safe. Mr. Sloppers in the YouTube chat said, LOL level 3 snow emergency. Why are you at work? Because we're essential. Damn it. We are essential personnel, according to the government and everywhere else. In
because
fact,
there's people out there that need us right now.
they need to know.
They need to,
Yeah, that the NFC and AFC champions are now set. And that is why Fish told us, bring in your badge. Make sure you have your badge in your car. So if you get pulled over by the cops, you can say, it's okay. I'm a limo driver. You can do the Dumb and Dumber thing. Hold up your dumb radio pass. Be like, see, this is my badge for work. I work at a radio station where, among other things, we play sounds like this.
I'm wet. I'm dirty.
This is essential employee stuff right here. That's if we weren't here, who would do that? So, yeah. But yesterday, which game you want to talk about, Tyvis? Our glorious, beautiful snow game?
I've been meaning to ask you.
Or do you want to talk about that crappy game last night where there was no snow and it was just kind of no defense?
What game did you enjoy more?
I enjoyed them both equally for different reasons. Yeah. I enjoy a defensive slugfest and I enjoy an offensive outburst. I like both games. I can live in a world where I can enjoy more than one thing. I can like a steak and also I can enjoy a nice hot dog. They're different. They're meat products, but I can like both of them. They're not one or the other is not necessarily better or worse to me. They're both. Yeah, both good.
That's a terrible analogy. There,
it's a great analogy.
No, because
there's times where you don't want to sit down. You don't want to sit down. No, it's not. Not on a summer day when you're at a barbecue and you're like, oh, let me sit here with this and try to cut a steak with a plastic analogy. Knife. I want a hot dog.
What
some
you
days.
should be saying is like, this steak is from, I don't know, roof. Like, what's
Don't tell me how bad my analogies are. Let's just assume it was good.
No. This is because they're both steaks. This is not you talking like steak versus hot dog. No. Both of these is football.
Yeah.
One of them is a lesser product of the football.
It's not. How is it? You're a defensive guy. It's not a lesser product. It's out there. It's got.
Was it a defensive game or was it weather?
I saw the defense making all kinds of plays.
Was it weather?
I don't know. I'll tell you this. I watched that Rams team yet again in a game where they have everything on the line for them and they couldn't get the job done. They got gifted a chance to stay in that game by what's his name? The idiot.
Tariq Woolen.
Well, I mean, the taunting penalty is weak. I don't like the taunting thing. I think when you make great plays, you should let players talk.
They went right at him, too.
But the rules are clear, and he got that taunting penalty. And then what? Like you said, the next play,
very next play,
they burned him for a touchdown. And I thought you could. I mean, it was a 4th and 12 that the Seahawks defensive back got. You know, the penalty gave them the first down, and then he got burned for a touchdown. That's the only reason the Rams stayed in that game late. But the Seahawks won. My point, though, was going to be Rams this year couldn't get it done against a bird team, and that was no weather. Last year, what happened to them in the divisional round? They played a bird team in Philadelphia with all kinds of snow, couldn't get it done either. It's not about the weather. It's about whether or not you can get the job done in a big moment. Rams couldn't get it done 2 years in a row. That's why they're out of the playoffs.
I think it's interesting that in the 2019 draft, Sam Darnold, of all the quarterbacks.
Yes.
Sam Darnold is the only one to reach the Super Bowl. That is wild to me. Wow.
You want an even crazier thought?
Lamar that won 2 MVPs. Josh Allen won an MVP. Baker was taken first. Josh Rose was out the league.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Never would have bet that. Never would have bet that. You know what else I wouldn't have bet? And I find this to be shocking. I saw this stat yesterday. First USC quarterback ever to play in the Super Bowl is going to be Sam Darnold.
Is that a fact?
That is real. No USC quarterback has ever started a Super. I don't know if played. Maybe played's the wrong one.
Darnold.
Yeah. No USC quarterback has ever started a Super Bowl game.
Wow.
And what are we at now? 60? So I'm just saying that's for all the, great talent they've had at USC, for all the great quarterbacks they've produced too. None of them have ever started a Super Bowl except for now. Sam Darnold's good. I would never have guessed he would be the first one from
Are the
that school.
Vikings kicking themselves?
I think there's a lot of teams kicking themselves because he was available to anyone. And I don't know if it's all him because who was he throwing the ball to yesterday?
Jackson Smith and Jigba. He is on fire.
Dude. 10 catches, $150 and a touchdown.
Woo!
And I mean, when you've got Tom Brady sitting there gushing about you, saying, oh, of course he caught it. He catches everything. Remember that one they threw out of the back of the end zone? It was like 7 yards out of bounds, and he still came down with it, made a great catch, but he just, it was way out of bounds. And Tom Brady's just like, oh, man, of course he caught it. He catches everything. He's amazing.
They showed him, JSN and Puka show why they the two best receivers in the league this year.
Well, I was going to say, is
Puka,
JSN making the case for best receiver in the league?
I mean, he led the league in receiving yards.
I'm saying, I know he had the stats.
Him and Puka, man, you can't go wrong.
No.
All this LSU stuff, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
The Buckeyes is back.
Oh, the wide receiver you stuff. Let's hope it continues, right? And you know what? This offense this year, let's hope the Buckeyes offense can be better than it was this past year. And we got some updates on what's going to happen with that offense. Ohio State has a new offensive coordinator. We're going to talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to the snowy Monday. If you do have to head out the door, be mindful. We are noticing a crash on 315 southbound. So as you are heading downtown from Grandview Heights, right out that 40 and Broad Street area, thankfully a right shoulder is just blocked out there. So really not causing any traffic this morning. A live look at that traffic cam, though, looks to be involving one car and they are flipped over to the side. So folks, be cautious of some slippery conditions, especially on bridges, overpasses, and ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Tri-State Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Tri-State Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Save big on everything for your next project now at Menards. We have everything you need for updating your window treatments. Refresh your home today with blinds and shades from Window Images, including vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. And you get them trimmed to width in-store for free. View our entire selection of window treatments on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer and find all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. One of the great annoyances in life, at least for me, is the check engine light, right? You get in your car, you see the check engine light, and you go, I got to take care of that. I don't know what it is. So you let it sit there forever. It bugs you, and eventually a bigger problem happens. Well, every day in your house, your check engine light might be on, but it's not your engine. It's your windows, because you sit down on your couch, you feel the cold, drafty air coming in through your windows, and you go, I got to do something about these windows. But just like the check engine light, I'm afraid of how much it's going to cost, and I don't know where to go. I can't help you with your check engine light, but I can help you with your windows. Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is going on now. Stop wasting money by letting the warm air in your house escape through your cold, drafty windows. You're spending more on your heating bills when you don't have to. Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is the perfect time to address this problem. Plus, 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. That could be yours as well. Schedule an estimate today. WindowNation.com.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Rothman and Ice.
Ohio State football. You two are the best in the business.
Cut that.
Let's make sure no one's interrupting me. I'm recording the
I think
audio.
it has to be natural.
You two are the best in the business.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Chances of flurries this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy and extremely cold with our feels like below zero. And we will still see that as we go into the day today. Chances of flurries or light snow showers, which could add to some patchy blowing snow if we do get those gusty winds with those snow showers coming down. As we go into tonight, slight chance of snow showers, otherwise partly cloudy. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Just saw on the YouTube chat, we got the new tower cam up. They've got it on we have 2 towers here on the Fan 10 TV property. The second one is the much larger one. The old Fan camera used to be on the first one. So now if you go to the YouTube channel, you can see a beautiful view of frozen downtown Columbus. You can see actually like a live look at, I saw 670 there. You can see the ramp that is still very much covered with snow. So yeah, it's a lot of snow and ice out there. Be careful. We will talk to Brianna Albizu, 10 TV meteorologist, 10 TV traffic reporter, who also does traffic here, as you know. Can't talk this morning, but she's going to join us coming up at 6:30. We'll get the latest on when we think some of these roads will be back clear, when it might be a time where we could get out and possibly go do stuff. If it's currently level 3 in Franklin County, stay inside. If you're not an essential worker, you're not supposed to be on the roads, so keep that in mind. It's been a weird weather day. Weird weather weekend for sure.
I can't believe that. What gets me about it all is I didn't realize it was going to be like cold all week. Like,
oh
negatives.
Gosh, that's the next part of this.
So
is like now all this stuff is on the ground, and now it's going to be negative wind chills and all that stuff till like
because it can't melt. Like
right.
So
yes.
like the salt don't even work because it's not going to really melt.
I mean, that's what the plow is for, is hopefully it loosens it up with the salt, and then the plow just breaks it up and clears it. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's the issue too, is even if it does look clear, and I'm sure that's what Brianna will tell us and Meredith will tell us when we talk to them this morning, that like, just got to be careful. When you see that stuff and you go, oh, look, it looks like pavement. Unless you can tell it's like dry, you can't necessarily trust it because it still could be slick. Even if it looks a little wet or like it's been cleared off, it still may refreeze over. So yeah, be careful with that stuff. So I saw that Arthur Smith is now the new offensive coordinator for Ohio State. That announcement made over the weekend. Former Titans head coach, former Falcons head coach as well,
and then
an offensive coordinator
for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. How do you feel about this one? Because I have thoughts, but when we were texting, I think you and I are on different pages on this.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Not a huge fan of Arthur Smith. I think that I can see the thought process behind why they did that, because if you think about it, you think about Arthur Smith does a good job of running the ball. Usually has like a top 5 rushing offense. I know he was with the Titans. Granted, they had Derrick Henry, and when they was with the Falcons, they had like a top 5 rushing offense. So the run game is like his thing. And then you mix that with Ryan Day's passing attack, like it should work. I just am not a huge fan of. Just not a huge because to me he kind of like a lot of receivers kind of get neglected and thrown to the wayside by that. And
well, you go ask Steelers fans about that, right? Where they're, and I think part of what is,
and then you think about his last year with Atlanta, the whole Bijan thing happened where he was like, everybody's like, how you not putting Bijan in the game? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, that was
so like he has moments like that, but now that he's a play caller, I don't know. Like I don't know. I gotta see it play out. Everybody's trying to compare it to the whole Matt Patricia thing, and even you said that in text, and I'm like, well, the difference between the two is Matt Patricia is a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
Well, yeah,
so that's fair. That's a huge difference.
Here's where I'm at with it. Here's where I'm at. I am more in the. I don't know that it's going to be a rousing success. I definitely, though, am not in the camp of so many people last year were doing that with Matt Patricia, where they're like, this guy sucked as a head coach with the Lions. How could he possibly coordinate a college defense? And I just thought that logic does not add up for me. Not that you're right. Like with Matt Patricia, at least he had a pedigree of being a great defensive play caller. I can understand your concerns with Arthur Smith. Here's where I'm at, though, is Ryan Day is not turning the offense over the way he would the defense. He's not looking at Matt Patricia and saying, that's your ball game. You go handle that. You essentially be the head coach over there. I'm going to handle being the head coach of the team, but I'm also going to mostly help run the offense. Now with Arthur Smith coming in, he can do a little bit more what he did with Chip Kelly, where he can say, you're going to work on fits. You're going to work on run game. You're going to work on stuff like that. It's still going to be Ryan Day's offense to a degree. But yeah, I mean, if you ask me if I'm concerned, are we going to see a lot of 3 tight end sets? That is a concern I certainly have. But I'm also not going to go out there and say that this is going to suck just because I'm a little not a fan of him in the NFL. I think when you come to college, the thing that is not talked about enough is how much better the coaching staffs are when you get to the assistant level in the NFL versus college. In my opinion, you get better play callers. You get guys who run circles around the play calling in college football. So Arthur Smith dropping down a level, how many times do we see that work with Alabama? How many times do we see that work, with Nick Saban, where he would bring in a guy that everyone said, this idiot, you're going to let him run your offense, and then national championship. Now, they had a lot of other advantages, too, at Alabama, but if anyone's going to have those similar type of advantages, it should be Ohio State, right? You should have great strength and conditioning. You should have great recruiting. You should have great transfer portal. You should have everything else you need to be a winner. If you give all the weapons to a guy who used to call plays in the very competitive NFL, and now you come down to college football where it's like, yeah, the same 4 or 5 teams usually every year, barring a Kurt Cignetti, it's usually that group of teams that are successful. I like giving him a chance to do that. I don't think it's a bad hire. I'm gonna like you said, I'm gonna let it play out.
Yeah, I'm
not ready to just like bury it like a lot of people did with Matt Patricia last year because we saw what happened.
Well, the Matt Patricia thing, like I seen right away, like, okay, I understand why you did this. Like you had Jim Knowles, who was literally at that time the best defensive coordinator in the country. He was very smart with the way he schemed things up and things like that. And I think he wanted to go get a Matt Patricia because he knew the same thing. Like he was a guy who could scheme up things, have various defenses he could play, and all of those things that can get guys in right positions. Obviously, we've seen his success. With this, it doesn't have the same juice. But like I say, I understand the vision because to me, I continue to tell you what's the difference between the reason why they won the championship and why these other years they haven't. The ability to be able to run the football. You go get a guy who specializes in that. Chip Kelly was a guy that specialized in run game. He knew everywhere he went, he knew how to make the run game better. So I understand they went with that thought process. I just need to see how these two guys combine their minds together to come up with a playbook. That to me is where I'm at. Like, I don't think Jeremiah Smith would get neglected.
Oh, Jeremiah Smith. I saw people posted that too. Like, Jeremiah Smith's going to be like down blocking on like 4th and 1s with like no, listen.
There's no way you could neglect a guy like that that's talented in college. But
you know what? One of the things that I kind of took from that, and I know people mock this, but like, remember how he was so infatuated with Jonnu Smith in Pittsburgh, right? Much to the detriment of like the other talented players they had.
Yeah.
But one way you could look at that is he, for some reason, thought that was a statistical advantage or a schematic advantage or whatever for that team. If he realizes that that's who Jeremiah Smith is in college football and says, we're going to hammer that guy, we're going to throw the ball to him a lot, then I'm good with that. But yes, if you get the Arthur Smith who helps develop your run game, helps with with run blocking, pass blocking, like builds out the toughness side of this offense that it needs to get better at, then I'm excited about it. If they hired him to be like an extension of the 13 and 14 personnel Circle J we had around here last year, like if it's more of that, then I'm not going to feel good about it in any. That's where I would be concerned.
You know what I told you what that comes down to. That 13 and 14 personnel comes down to if our offensive line is good or not. If our offensive line is good, you don't need to go 13 and 14 personnel. You can just go whatever, 21 or whatever the heck you want to do.
And for those who don't know, 13, 3 tight ends, 14, 4 tight ends. Like some of the stuff we saw where it's just like, why are there all these tight ends and no Carnell Tate?
Yeah.
No Jeremiah Smith on the field.
If your offensive line is good, you don't need to do that because you can create gaps. The reason you do that is because you need to create extra gaps to get guys to misfit things. So now instead of physically dominating the trenches and moving guys out the way against their will, you're trying to trick these people. Like that's what's going on. So if you see teams running 12, 13, 14 personnel, it tells me that the offensive line is not doing that well, and now we're trying to get guys to misfit gaps to allow these running backs to get their seam and stuff like that. But a lot of the times if you got 12 personnel or 11 personnel and your offensive line is moving guys and getting up to the second level, you can stay in that because now you can spread the defense out. You can come out there with 3 receivers, make the one linebacker spread out, or come out in the nickel, lower the count in the box where there's not a lot of guys in the box, and go on about your day.
See, the other thing that I kind of like about this Arthur Smith hire, and this is way more of an intangible, but I hope it becomes a tangible. The name of the game is having money in college football. You know what Arthur Smith's dad did? Fred Smith.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Founded a little company called FedEx.
That's
if you've ever heard of that.
I knew it was one of them big companies.
He is an heir to the FedEx fortune. So just, not that I think that he's going to come in and be like, hey, here's $20 million for NIL. I don't expect that. This is a job for him. He's getting paid to be here. But if like some of his rich relatives suddenly were like, oh, Ohio State football, I shall become a booster, I think that's just a nice little side benefit. I'm not saying that's why he got the job. I'm just saying let's not completely throw that out that maybe that could happen too. I would like to see it. If he wants to splash some cash, hey, they're looking for a jersey sponsor. FedEx. Slap it on this. Why not?
When that's a layup, ain't it?
You would think. Yeah, exactly right. So I'm going to remain. Listen, I'm as lunatic fringe as anyone. I'm going to remain cautiously optimistic on Arthur Smith because I see how it could go a Chip Kelly route.
We gotta let it play out. We gotta let it play. It's not the flashy name.
I'm just not writing it off people did with Matt Patricia last year.
A lot of people. I got a lot of text messages that was not fans of this. So
you know who a lot of people, honestly, I think who are mad about it are people who are either Steelers fans or fantasy football fans. And it's like fantasy football is not real football. It's yes, your wide receiver that you drafted from his offenses didn't do as well as you thought. Be mad about that all you want. That has nothing to do with what he's going to do here at Ohio State, in my opinion. Now, if he does, yes, like you said, if they can't fix the offensive line and we're out there with 4 tight ends, then we'll all be mad, and we should be. Brianna Albizu is going to join us in studio for an update. Traffic, it's a little better this morning than it was if you tried to get out yesterday. We'll find out what it's doing in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Not seeing any traffic or really cars on our roads this morning, but just in case you do have to step out on this Monday morning, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and slow. We are still seeing some snowy conditions, some whiteout conditions with the snow still left over, as well as some black ice in different portions. The slowest is going to be over by Gahanna, 670 eastbound, already down to 39 miles per hour this morning. At least some better news. Roads are pretty empty and pretty quiet. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial #law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar
outcome.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're already there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics.
Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show.
New special guests in everything scarlet and gray, the Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein.
And it's more than one donut.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, I still go back to that Broncos game yesterday. Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. They're going to face the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I'm not opposed to that matchup. I know some people think this is going to be a boring Super Bowl. I don't know.
Dylan was one of them.
Dylan's all mad. I don't know what because he wanted the Rams. Let's just say you wanted the Rams. Dylan's not here today. He's so broken up about the Rams not getting there, so he is at home just chilling out.
That this has to be the top 5 worst Super Bowl matchups.
Well, tomorrow he can fire off all his hot takes about that. Can I say, though, one reason that we have this matchup and why it's not Denver in the Super Bowl and why because the Patriots are?
Because of the snow?
No. Well, you know what? In part, because Sean Payton, I don't think made the best decisions yesterday. He had that 4th and 1 on the 14. They were up 7-0 early in that game. And he elected to go for it rather than kick the field goal. And right at the time, I said, take the points, kick the field goal.
Why?
You are the underdog at home.
He knew that the snow was going to hit like that?
I was just going to get to that, Tyvis, because here's the thing. I watch NASCAR all the time. And auto racing in general. But you know what they do in NASCAR specifically? They have their crew chiefs. You can listen to these broadcasts. When you're watching the race, they will all say, rain is predicted like an hour from now to hit the speedway. You know, and it's like, oh, this race might go 2 more hours, but it's an hour from now as the rain's going to hit. And if they get to a certain point in the race becomes official. They won't like try to keep doing it. They will just say the race is over. This guy's the winner. So they have team strategists and people who plan on this stuff who monitor the weather. They keep track of everything. And they say, hey, 1 hour from now, the rain's going to hit. Let's pit early. Let's change our strategy because we want to be in the lead when the rain hits. So if they stop the race, we're already out there and we don't have to come in and get tires or whatever else. They strategize around that. How is it that an NFL team, and I can't imagine that they don't have this, how would an NFL team not know, oh yeah, by the way, midway through the game, a snowstorm is very possible to occur. You should be thinking about that stuff if you're Sean Payton, right? You should be thinking, hey, it might be tougher to kick. The wind is picking up. It's predicted to get worse. We should take points wherever we can. If he had done that, perhaps we'd still be playing this game. Perhaps they would have won it in overtime. You never know.
They missed like 2 field goals in that game.
Yes, but they missed them.
In the blizzard.
Yes. and I'm saying, like,
Adam Vinatieri sent the Patriots to multiple Super Bowls kicking in the blizzard.
There's that, too.
So I don't want to hear it.
Well, what I'm saying is, if I'm Sean Payton, instead of trying to say, oh, we gotta go convert this 4th down. What was it, in the first or second quarter, I want to say, when they did that? It was in the first half. And I'm just saying, I know they're at home. There's all this stuff about analytics tell you this, analytics tell you that.
4th and 1. They figured they'd get it.
Yeah. Did your analytics factor in that you have a quarterback who's like thrown 11 passes in his 7-year career?
I'm going to be honest
I'm saying, like, you should factor in that you are close to scoring points when you have a backup quarterback and are going to have a blizzard coming through. Maybe take the field goal there and get up 10-0.
I'm going to be honest with you. When he threw that first touchdown, I said, y'all better watch out.
Oh, that was a dart.
I was like,
that was great.
He might got some, and then it went downhill real fast.
I was rooting for Jarrett Stidham. I really was
too.
I was hoping for Jarrett Stidham to just, make it happen because I thought, man, if he could have done that, it would be such a nice story. Obviously, he had the ties to New England. Did you see before the game they showed him with like his wife and his kids and his whole family was there?
I'm sure they were.
Well, he was walking around the end zone and like they, like the kids are all wearing like jerseys that say dad on it. The kids are all young. They're kind of like crying because they're like, it's loud, it's cold, we don't know what's going on. But they're taking photos. Then he goes over and there's like 8 other people, all of whom looked like they were similar ages to him. And all of them giving up hugs and kisses. And I'm like, are these brothers and sisters or what are they? I don't know his family situation. Then what had to be mom and dad were there because they looked older. And the dad is like wiping away tears. And I'm like, this man, come on, Jared, let's go. Like I was rooting for this guy.
I wish I was on the Patriots. I wish I seen this and I was on the Patriots. I tried to pick 6 him and then I point right to him, right to his family. It's your boy. It's your boy, huh? Man, y'all better be glad I ain't.
That's funny. By the way, I think Brianna's still going to join us, but I'm looking up at 10 TV right now, and Brianna is on 10 TV, so I think they must have changed her schedule a little bit. So if we don't have her on, that's fine. You hear her every break with traffic updates, but I was hoping we could get a little bit more info. We'll see if she can swing it at some point this morning. But yeah, I still go back to with that Denver game in the snow. You have to make plays.
No,
I don't care.
This is
that's an excuse.
It was so bad on the eyes, man. I was just like,
why was it bad on the eyes? I saw defensive linemen blowing up offensive linemen
because
and blowing up plays.
I don't know. It's not to say like I don't know if the better team won. Like
I don't know that either, but I also don't know that because
and that's my point there. That's exactly what's
you're
my
right.
point.
You know what we should do? We should have waited till Bo Nix got healthy because we don't know if the better team won. If they had their quarterback, they might have won that game. Why is that an acceptable? That's one that you have to overcome.
Dome the thing.
The dome thing wouldn't matter. I'm saying
because I watched Jared Stidham look good before the snow and then look terrible after the snow. So clearly the snow plays a
Drake
factor.
May threw for 86 yards yesterday.
I know
nobody looked good,
and they want to. And
he didn't look good.
And y'all want to certify him. Oh, look who it is!
By the way, Jared Stidham had more yardage because he actually made some throws early in that game.
I know.
Did you know? By the way, that was the longest throw the Broncos had from scrimmage all season long. Via air yards. It was like 41 yards in the air.
Jared Stidham.
That was the longest throw they'd had in the air in that whole game. So, or in that whole season rather. So crazy stuff. Just saw you on TV. Brianna Albizu stopping in, and now she's in studio with us. So yeah, busy last couple days for you guys, huh?
To say the least. Yeah, it's man, oh man. Of course, we're in news. We anticipate stuff like this. We're essentially essential workers, so happy to do it, but it's been crazy lately, right?
Are you driving a SUV?
I know. I should, right? Very soon. I have a sedan, and when I went home, I live downtown, so it didn't take me too long since we're a little bit closer at the station here, but it was interesting. I was like, man, I really wish I did have like a higher, type of car.
I came out of my driveway today, and I was like, my street it's early. They probably ain't even got to.
That's what everyone thinks.
I'm going to get to 23. It'll be fine. Yeah. And it was not. Then I got to 315 and I was like, 315 certainly should be good now.
And that's actually one of the worst spots we're seeing right now. 315, particularly. I mean, we had a crash out there by Town Street. And actually that car was flipped over to its side.
Oh, geez.
So just telling you how slippery it is out there, folks. If you don't have to, go out, please don't. Stay inside, stay warm. Read a good book, get some hot chocolate, all that stuff, or work from home, right? You still got to work, right?
Yeah, that's what I know. That's a boat too. And people are like, "Oh no, they're not going to close because I just have to log into this computer," and that's too bad. But let me ask this on the travel stuff.
Yeah,
what are we thinking for the next 12 to 24 hours? What are we hearing from ODOT or anything like that? Are we thinking are they anticipating getting some of these roads more passable by, say, tomorrow morning? Is that kind of the thought?
Yeah, we've been talking to ODOT and, different sheriffs from different counties all morning long and even yesterday, too. So definitely tune into 10 TV for that. But, just talking to ODOT with Hannah Salem out there, their official, she says that they're still out there. It takes them for the next 2 to 4 hours. They're hoping that all roads, at least around the metro, will be passable, and particularly on 270 and 71. Those are the biggest roads, of course, when we're talking about, commuters and stuff, if you do have to head out. So it should be okay. But the problem is, and Meredith will talk about this a little bit later, is that we're still going to be in sub-freezing temperatures. So all the snow that we have, it's not going to melt.
Right.
And that's the problem. It's just like, while they can be passable, it's still going to be out there for a little bit. It's not melting anytime soon. Then if it does melt, it turns to black ice, and that's a whole nother situation.
Well, that's what.
So the kids is off school all week. That's what I just heard.
You better have some projects for them or activities are going to drive you crazy, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we'll keep tuning in to 10 Plus, obviously, and 10 TV. And obviously, you got the updates here, which I think people know this, but you're hearing live Bree right now. And then when we go to break, you're going to hear recorded Bree, but
distinction. Yeah.
Because I keep saying, like, thanks, Bree. And then it's like, here's traffic now.
You're like, how did she do that?
She got over there.
The magic of radio and TV.
Yes, indeed. Well, we'll let you get back to 10 TV, but thanks for the updates.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe for sure out there. The weather's not going to stop the Buckeyes. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, folks, we are noticing yet another traffic alert. This time around, it's happening over the north side of Columbus, just south of Westerville, really. Expect some lane closures on 270 in that westbound direction, just passing that State Route 710 and Cleveland Avenue area because of a disabled vehicle this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively, and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
They say glory is earned, not given. We say it's ignited by heart and ends with a boom. Get your tickets today at bluejackets.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The Buckeyes are back at the shot for a Big Ten battle with Penn State.
Live fan coverage starts Tuesday at 6 after Common Man and Timmy.
Every game, every season. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And tracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. I saw we had a tweet come in from where'd it go? It just left me. We had a tweet come in from Meta, who had just sent us a little tweet showing a video of the snow in Denver and said, we've got to appreciate visuals like this before every NFL stadium inevitably becomes a soulless dome. That's right. That's right. Losing the soul of football. Isaiah is in for Dylan. Isaiah, are you pro dome, or would you like to occasionally have some weather games out there?
I went back and forth on this. Yesterday, watching Drake May shuffle for that first down to seal the game was a horrible play. Because it's like the best athletes on earth, but if you put anyone on ice, they're going to look unathletic. Like, you put them all on ice skates, it's not going to look pretty. And so yesterday's game, not very entertaining for me.
Told you.
Definitely preferred the Rams-Seahawks game. But I like the outdoor games. I'm a Browns fan. I love going to Cleveland and going to the outdoor games. But when it is snowing, I hate them. And I wish they were played in domes. So later on, like in the postseason, these snow games, they're really killing me. I won't lie.
I understand if you personally say, I don't want to go sit in the cold. Tyvis's opinion is nobody wants to go sit in the cold. And Tyvis, that's where you're wrong. One person not wanting to sit in the cold, a few people not wanting to sit in the cold is fine. Are any of these games, I don't know, did you watch that game? Were there empty seats?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
No, there weren't. These people all day. Are you kidding me?
Well, you got to think.
The tickets for this game were insane.
That is like, first of all, they haven't been close to going to the Super Bowl since they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
What was that, 2015? That was my last year in college.
What about when the Chiefs have been winning everything and they had their beers were freezing in their hand and people had to get their limbs amputated? Remember that game a few years ago? They still sold out. People go to these games. They don't care if it's cold.
They probably ain't been to another one since because they almost had to get their stuff amputated.
No, they did. There were people who got their fingers cut off.
See?
Legit.
And they probably was
And you know what I bet that person did? They took their 9 fingers and swiped their credit card to get back in the playoffs when the Chiefs go back next year. That's what they're going to do.
For what reason, though?
Because
why do we need to? I don't understand why we need to do that. There are things called a dome where you can go in and watch your team play and it can be fine. You can enjoy the experience. You don't have to.
Here's why. Here, I'll tell you exactly why.
Makes no sense.
Football was a game that was designed to be played by tough people in tough environments and overcome tough situations. That's football. Toughness is a key. You know toughness is a key. You played the game. I didn't play. Yeah. You're tough. You're a super tough guy compared to me. So what I am surprised by is that you and other tough guys who played the game want to make it soft. Now, what I also know
is soft.
Well, because now we don't play in the cold because that's too much. It's too rough for us.
If that's the case, the rules have already made it soft. So let's just go all in. We might as well just go all in. Why
so
stop? Why stop there?
You're caving to it.
It's not like I can take this dude's head off anymore. Let's take it. If we're gonna do all that, because the problem is really been against the defense all this time. So me being a defensive player, let's just go all the way in. If we
make it even easier on the offense.
Let's go ahead and get us a
so
dome.
You want to make it even easier on the offense where they can just torch you in a dome where there's nothing they have to overcome.
At least I'm comfortable.
And that's the real problem I have. The real problem is I feel for the players to some degree, but also you're paid millions of dollars. This is a lifelong dream that you get to achieve. If it's cold out, deal with it. Like I'm saying, because this is the dream, this is the goal, this is what you played. You didn't sign up to play basketball. You didn't sign up to play ice hockey, which is inside, but it's on ice. I guess that doesn't prove my point. The thing is, you decided to play an outdoor game. That's a game. Baseball is an outdoor game, primarily, right? There are domes now, but it's primarily an outdoor game. My bigger issue is this. The toughness of the fans, that's the issue I have. Because now what you're going to do with these domes is you're going to create more of the wine and cheese crowd, more of the people who don't actually give a crap about these teams, but they can afford it and they are willing to go only if the weather conditions are nice. Fair weather fans is who you're going to bring into these domes. And you're going to price out the actual fans who would sit there in the cold and support their team. But now because it's inside and climate controlled, prices are going to go up. Everything's going to shoot up. It's going to be more expensive. They're going to aim for premium experiences like we're trying to do at Ohio State, too. We're going to try to price out the great fans who actually stand out there for 5 hours with no shirt on, drinking beers, trying to will their team to victory. That's the problem I have.
So that's your big issue, is that the prices is going to go up.
Well, then we're going to price out the good fans. We're going to get all the the fans who don't know the name of the players and who don't care about the team, but it's a fun social event to go to.
If the prices was the same, you wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, but I know that that's not what's going to happen. They're not going to do that.
That's all.
I'm saying you're making it easier for fans to go, which means you're going to have more casuals that will go.
I understand what you're saying. I just wanted to hear you say yeah. So thank you for admitting that.
Tyvis T-Bone here for lower ticket prices. Please crucify me if that's a bad take to back.
No, that's not what I was crucifying you for. You said you would have no problem with a dome if the ticket prices was the same. So it's not that you're against the dome, you're against the ticket prices.
And
so thank you for admitting that. I appreciate that.
That attracts people who would say, I would never go out in that cold weather.
That's fine.
Let's go.
That's fine. So it has absolutely nothing to do with the product on the field. Thank you. That's exactly my point.
With all of it.
That's exactly my point.
It's all combined, Tyvis. I don't know how you're not seeing this. All right. We'll have this argument literally every time there's a cold weather game. Don't worry. Probably not going to happen in Santa Clara for the Super Bowl, even though that is an outside. At least it's an outdoor stadium. It could rain, theoretically, but hopefully it won't snow. Now, the weather today, not going to stop the Buckeyes. Men's basketball team is playing Penn State tonight. We will have coverage for you starting at 6 o'clock with the fan warm-up show right here on the fan tip-off just after 7.
Need a bounce back.
Oh, they do. Yeah, that was they went up to Michigan they got roughed up a little bit, which I'm not surprised by.
It's sad because I had a lot of hope. I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't until about the maybe 6 minute mark of the second half where I was like, yeah, it's
well, they played well, and then Michigan just realized down the stretch, it's like, oh, we're a deeper team and we're better, and they put the throttle down. They did what we thought Ohio State football was going to do this year, which was like drop the hammer and actually be the team you are, and then they never did. Michigan can do that because they have those guys.
I was shocked at Bruce.
Yeah, well, they schemed him out. I mean, Dusty May said, let everybody else beat me. We're not going to let this dude beat me. Did you see when Taysom Chapman was in there? They basically were like, I dare you to shoot. Please shoot. They are letting guys shoot left and right. Now, why the weather's not going to stop the Buckeyes tonight, if you have tickets for the game or if you just want to watch it. So I saw this from Adam Jardy. Few facts about tonight's game. Penn State got to town on Saturday night, so they got in ahead of the storm. So they're already here. They're good. No travel issues for them. Fox Sports 1, FS1, they had to make a change in announcers because one of their announcers couldn't get here. But otherwise, the broadcast crew is also here, so they're ready to go to broadcast the game. Buckeyes practiced early on Sunday before the level 3 hit, so all their players are good and ready to go, and the coaches got them in place and got them back home. So everyone's good in that regard. Game's supposed to be happening tonight. Now, obviously, if there's a level 3 snow emergency, that may not – I don't know if that'll change things. Keep up to date here. We'll have all the info for you if that changes. But as of right now, it sounds like everything's still good to go with that game from what we've seen, unless something changes.
Yeah, we're going to need something to watch today.
Yes, we do.
Take our mind off of this.
Yeah, and again, another day of hopefully clearing these roads. Hopefully it's not a level 3 by the end of today, but there's no more snow falling as of right now, so that's boding well if you want to actually get out to that game. But if you are going to anything today, if you do have to get out in the weather, try to delay it until they get the roads clear a little more. Try to be safe. It is currently still, I believe, I was just double checking this during the segment here. I think we're all still in a level 3 as of right now. So Franklin, Delaware, Fairfield, Union, Licking, all the counties are all still level 3. So be careful, be safe. Try not to get on the roads today unless you absolutely have to. But again, it's only if you're an essential worker can you get out on those roads as of right now. The Steelers have a new head coach. Their fans are not happy about it. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a lot of the roads around the metro still looking barely passable as snowplows continue to make their routes this morning. The worst area is going to be over by 670, that eastbound direction, just passing that airport and Stelter Road area. Just noticing some reduced speeds out there because of those snowy conditions this morning. Folks, take your time if you do have to step out the door on this Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And of course, you know me. I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Are you starting to get recognized from these ads, Wilson?
Yep. Folks are really liking the idea of home-changing windows and superior performance and 5 different lines to fit any budget.
That kind of sounds like Pella's thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. They recognize me, but then they ask for your business card. So, that's neat.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
It's 2026, the year you achieve your health goals. The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Hear that? That's the sound of saving a good deal more when you shop with M-Perks at Meijer. Some delicious Cosmic Crisp apples, money saved. Meijer Essential Paper Towels, that's money saved. Savings, savings, savings. Because every dollar spent is also points earned in M-Perks, which you can use to save on your next grocery trip or up to $1 off per gallon on your next tank of gas. At Meijer, we work hard to help you save a good deal more for a whole lot less. That's bringing more good to life. Exclusions apply. See mperks.com for details.
If you win playing the new Ultimate $5 million scratch-off, you don't have to tell anyone. But there will be signs. Signs like courtside seats. Signs like a water slide attached to your bedroom. Signs like upgrading your clunker to something less clunky. With over $200 million in prizes and the best odds in Ohio history to win $5 million, this is your sign to play the Ultimate $5 million scratch-off. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
It's a new year. Ready for a fresh start or career reboot? At My Computer Career, prep for a more recession-resistant future in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, in months, not years, including AI. Whether you're starting out or switching careers, no prior training is needed. Attend school online from home or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu to take the free career evaluation today. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
Look how little you are, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step.
Bella, let's go.
Guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Hey, good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, Hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them, safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Last night, Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks defeated Matthew Stafford in the LA Rams 31-27. Darnold finished with 3 touchdowns in the NFC title win. And then earlier yesterday, Drake May and the New England Patriots punched their ticket to the big game versus the Denver Broncos. They escaped mile high with a 10-7 victory. In college football news, Ohio State is finalizing a deal to make former Pittsburgh Steelers play caller Arthur Smith their offensive coordinator. Smith spent the past 2 seasons with the Steelers under Mike Tomlin. Before that, he was the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, compiling a record of 21-30 over 3 seasons. This year, the Steelers ranked 15th in the NFL, averaging 22 points per game. In other head coaching news, the Steelers have verbally agreed to make Mike McCarthy their next head coach. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, improving health, eating better, losing weight. Have you started your New Year's goal? Awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis says that in all his years being in football locker rooms, he never once looked at another man's junk. He cannot say the same thing about working at this radio station. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, here's a good gauge for you. Yesterday, presumably, you didn't have to go out in the weather because it was really crappy. And maybe you didn't even have to shovel because maybe you live in a place where you don't have to shovel or whatever. You have a snowblower, I don't know. But maybe you just realized yesterday you're sitting around the house, you almost basically had nothing to do, and you still felt tired, run down, like you had no energy, and you weren't doing anything. Now that could be a problem. That could be a low testosterone issue, and that might be a good time for you. It might be your wake-up call that you need to call Columbus Men's Clinic, the Columbus Men's Clinic right now, because they have solutions for low testosterone. They have things that will help you find that energy that you used to have that now seems to be missing. Also, if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, that might have come into play yesterday because, everybody tells you stay inside with all the snow. Not a lot of activities to do. Maybe that activity didn't go well for you yesterday. Maybe that's your wake-up call. Either way, columbusmensclinic.com. You go online right now. You can set up your appointment in about 30 seconds. And what happens is you get that appointment, go talk with a medical professional about what is really going on with you. One-on-one, it's discreet, but you get the info out there. They will get your blood work. They will figure out what's going on with you. Find a solution that's right for you and your budget, whether it's low T, whether it's erectile dysfunction, whether it's both, other issues you could be dealing with as well. They've got a lot of solutions for you at Columbus Men's Clinic. So call them today, 614-300-7400, or always online, columbusmensclinic.com. Still digging out from the snow. Still trying to be responsible. Level 3 snow emergencies abound. Be careful out there. The Steelers, I think some of their fans think they have a level 3 emergency going on with their hire for head coach. So they went out and hired Mike McCarthy, former Packers head coach, former Cowboys head coach. Has a connection, I guess, to Aaron Rodgers. I guess you could look at it that way, maybe. But my initial read on this when I heard that was, well, why'd you fire Mike Tomlin then?
Yeah.
Because this feels like you got a lesser version of that guy. This feels like the hire that you make to go make the playoffs, not win the Super Bowl. Like, he will still keep them as a good team. I don't think he's ever going to get them to the Super Bowl.
I didn't realize that Mike McCarthy and John Harbaugh is, like, similar as far as, like, success in the NFL. They both did 18 seasons. Mike McCarthy has a total of 174 wins. John Harbaugh has a total of 180. John Harbaugh wins 61% of his games. Mike McCarthy wins 60% of his games. Playoff record, Mike McCarthy is 11-11. John Harbaugh is 13-11. 10-win season, Mike McCarthy has 11. John Harbaugh has 11. Super Bowls, Mike McCarthy has 1. John Harbaugh has 1. So they're essentially the same guy.
Yeah, and I think if John Harbaugh had been hired, that would seem a lot spicier because it would be the Ravens and the Steelers and that rivalry. But the reality is, you're right. I don't think that he would have been much of an upgrade either over Mike Tomlin.
The interesting thing about it all is everybody makes it like John Harbaugh was like the best coach in this candidate in this that could be hired. He was the number one guy. And then, but when you hire Mike McCarthy or you hear Mike McCarthy, it's like, I don't really want him. When essentially the best guy who could be hired and him is essentially the same guy.
Well, because he was coaching last year. Maybe that's part of it too. I don't know. But you're right. There is a little bit more of John Harbaugh would be an upgrade over this guy. But still, I think if most Steelers, the hype might have been bigger, but I think you're right. They both would have been very similar coaches. In my mind, I feel like there weren't many hires out there that you could have made that would have made Steelers fans go, oh, we got someone who's an upgrade over Mike Tomlin. But at least if you went with someone who was like I don't know, Grant Udinski's name keeps coming up, right? But someone like him who's a young, offensive-minded, play-caller type guy, you go out and get someone like that, then people say, we may not have found our next Mike Tomlin. We may have found our next Sean McVay, which I guess Mike Tomlin was the hot young coach before, but he was obviously more of a defensive-minded guy. I'm just saying, this doesn't seem like a guy that's going to be there for 20 years. He's already in his 60s. So I don't think he's coaching there as long as some of these other coaches have in Steelers past. This might be a guy you have for a few years and then say, okay, never mind. Now we got to go make our next hire. But
the Packers not the Packers. The Steelers are getting back to reality because what is they 3 head coaching hires in the whole organization? Well, they about to get 4, 5, 6 quick.
That LeBron meme is going to be the Steelers. Not 4, not 5, not 6.
No, I think that he will do fine there. My thing is, I think people don't understand, like, you know, with Mike Tomlin stepping down, like, I don't think people understand the impact that he had on that team. You know, like, it's not like when you look at their roster, you'll be like, oh, yeah, this is a playoff roster. No, you don't say that at all. And I think that I feel like Mike had those guys playing Mike Tomlin.
It's double Mikes here. Yeah.
Mike Tomlin had them playing above their skis a little bit. And I think that Mike McCarthy, although he's a good coach and he does go to the playoffs and, you know, he had the Dallas win 10 wins and all of those things, but it was no success. I mean, they essentially going to do the same thing there. I just don't know if the roster is built for that. Like, the defense, TJ Watt's getting older. Cam Hayward is older. Alex Highsmith is a really good talent. I think that Joey Porter Jr. is a good player. Outside of that, like, I feel like it's, you know, Patrick Queen is a decent linebacker. I think he's a pretty good linebacker. On the offensive side, nobody knows what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. You know, then I sent you the report about Will Howard.
Oh, yeah. There's apparently a report out there that says Will Howard is
inconsistent.
He's inconsistent in practice, and that's why the Steelers don't trust him to be a starter anytime soon, that he's still a project.
So, like, are they actually going to draft a quarterback this year?
Well, I think that's a huge part of this, right, is if you give any coach the weapons, they can do better. And I feel like Steelers for too long were kicking the can down the road on their quarterback situation, and that let their defense, which was elite, kind of fall into disrepair. I don't think it's as an elite defense as it used to be. So now you got multiple problems to fix. And the guy you're bringing in to fix it is a head coach who's kind of been, I don't know, like, again, 20 years ago, Mike McCarthy, sure. But, like, of late, I don't think people could say, oh, man, he's just comes in and revolutionizes everything.
Are they going to reach to take a Ty Simpson? Like, are they going to have to trade up
they might.
to get a Ty Simpson? If not, would they draft Trinidad Chambliss? Is he the third? Would he be?
Well, even there, I don't know. I'm so bad now because my reads on quarterbacks in college versus the pros has been so off lately. I don't feel comfortable with looking at any of these guys because I looked at some of the quarterbacks the last couple of years who've come out and been good, and I've just said, I don't see it. I didn't see it really in college, and they go on and play well in the NFL. But now even Sam Darnold makes me question that because I didn't think Sam Darnold was ever going to amount to anything in the NFL, watching him play in the NFL, and now he's going to a Super Bowl.
You know, the guy who's going to make himself, he's either going to make some money this week or lose some money this week is Garrett Nussmeier because the Senior Bowl is this week, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that they're going to be having practice, and we're going to hear he's probably the biggest name quarterback there, I believe. Yeah. I can remember off the top of my head.
I don't know who all's there, but that could be true. LW in the chat said Mike Tomlin wasn't fired. People need to stop with that narrative. All right. you're right. He wasn't technically fired. It was a mutual decision by both parties to move on. I don't think that happens if the Steelers come to him and say, Mike, we love you. We want to extend you, and here's a big raise, right? Like they weren't ready to do that. He kind of read the writing on the wall, and they gave him the option probably to say, we're not going to fire you if you'll step down. You have the option to do that. And he said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that and take his time. Wizzy Walt said, I love the Steelers hire. And then Quentin in the chat said, as a Browns fan, I too love the Steelers hire.
The quarterbacks that's at the Senior Bowl this year is Taylon Green, the quarterback from Arkansas, the 6'6" guy, Sawyer Robinson, quarterback from Baylor, Luke Altmaier from Illinois, Garrett Nussmeier, Diego Pavia, and Cole Payton from North Dakota State.
You know who else could probably up his stock a little bit is Luke Altmaier. Like I could see people coming and seeing him because he's not. I don't think he's I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just don't think
he's a backup.
He doesn't. I don't think he has the hype on him that. But in a bad quarterback draft, suddenly you have a good performance at Senior Bowl. Something like that could raise your stock instantly.
I mean, that's how. What's the guy? Jackson Dart did.
Oh yeah, right. Year. Yeah. Well, and I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's one where I had trouble reading that one totally because I watched him in college and said, this guy can't play. Sorry, he throws too many picks. And then he gets to the NFL and looks halfway decent.
Ohio State has 3 people at the Senior Bowl. Will Kazmarek, Ethan Oniawa, and Davison Igbinosa.
Yeah. Iggy should be getting a lot of looks. Ethan Oniawa couldn't get on the field here for whatever reason.
That's why he's
offensive line.
This is his Super Bowl.
Right, this is it. Yeah. And Will Kazmarek, I think, could be a long-time pro in the NFL. I think he has because he's good blocking tight end. He's steady hands. Like, if that translates to the NFL, that's the type of guy that gets on a lot of teams, stays there, and makes himself a decent amount of money for years and years and years, even if you don't know his name.
You're not rooting for Diego Pavia?
He's got enough people rooting for him. He's fine. He doesn't need me. We're good. Bob McElligott is going to join us, voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets. Suddenly red hot. Jackets are doing great. We're going to talk about their latest. I guess don't bring a streak to Columbus because they'll end it. That's what they did over the weekend against Tampa. We'll talk with Bob next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Monday morning to you. Not noticing any crashes on our roads right now, but we are seeing a disabled vehicle that could cause some concerns over there on the north side of Columbus, really just south of Westerville on 270. It's that westbound direction, just passing Cleveland Avenue right before that 71 intersection, so do expect some lane closures this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You can save big on select varieties of Kroger cheese. 6 to 8 ounce packs are just $1.79 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Just announced. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus, or Dublin, or glakeshyundai.com. On SEN and SEL trims with approved credit in
glakeshyundai.com. Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
There's no place in hockey where you'll find more passion, more pride, and more boom. Make some memories with the Columbus Dispatch Family Value Pack, presented by ABC6 and Fox 28 at bluejackets.com/family.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing.
To get the help you need. To find peace. And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move, a pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of Podiatric Medicine set broken bones, perform wound care, and remove bunions. Common health issues that they treat include ingrown or fungal nails, corns, warts, and skin problems like athlete's foot. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? To find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Chances of flurries this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy and extremely cold with our feels like below zero. And we will still see that as we go into the day today. Chances of flurries or light snow showers, which could add some patchy blowing snow if we do get those gusty winds with those snow showers coming down. As we go into tonight, slight chance of snow showers, otherwise partly cloudy. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
No hot takes, no dancing, plenty of stupid. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
We are efforting Bob McKelligan. It's a little snowy out there, a little cold, so maybe the phone lines currently are frozen. I'm not sure, but Jackets are in action tonight against the Kings. That'll all start at 7 o'clock. But here's the thing. They went out and beat Tampa last game on Saturday night, 8-5.
Yes, they did.
Beat Dallas last week, 1-0.
I'm upset about it.
Why are you upset about it?
Not the fact that they won that game. I'm upset at the fact that they could currently be on a 7-game win streak right now. They could be on fire, but they had to play Elvis when he was sick.
Yeah, that's
bothers me.
Entirely frustrating, but you know what, though? I'll still take winning 6 out of the last 7, whatever it's been. That's also pretty good in my book. Bob McKelligan joining us now. Good morning, Bob. How's the dig out going for you with all the snow?
I didn't even start it till 8 o'clock last night, man.
Yeah,
I wasn't messing with it.
I did the same thing, Bob. It was the worst mistake of my life.
Yeah, that snow got heavy after you put 12 or 14 inches of it out there. Yeah, it doesn't matter how fluffy it looks. It's heavy.
Bob, you probably got a snowblower.
Hey, yeah, I was just going to say to you, Tyvis, look, I did come here from Syracuse 17 years ago, and I still have that snowblower, and it still works. So I'm happy for that. I'll tell you that.
Now, Bob, I'm looking at a team here in the Blue Jackets who won 2 games in probably the 2 most different fashions you can win those games. But to me, that speaks to a good thing when you're able to find a way to win despite goaltender not having his best night, defense maybe not playing up to their best. and then another night where you have like a 1-0 shootout win where you get the goal you need and you go that way. The good thing with both those teams is you played two pretty hot teams and shut them down. That should bode well, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, every point matters, as you guys know. But you're right. It couldn't have been any more different, just having to grind to you get one first period goal against Dallas, and then you find a way to ride it out against them. Granted, they were without one of their top players in that game. Thank goodness. You got to catch a break here and there. And then Tampa, they have a bunch of guys out, but they had a 15-game point streak coming into that game the other night. And, you put up 8. So you go from 1 to 8. It's almost ridiculous, but it worked for them. And as I said, right now, whatever it takes to get points, that's all they're worried about.
Bob, is Adam Fantilli figuring it out? I mean, I know, obviously, Mush had, I'm talking like I know the guy, Mason Marshman.
Look at you. Yeah.
Yeah, Mush. You know him. That's right.
I know he had the hat trick, but Adam Fantilli to me is the guy because he's one of the key pivotal pieces that we need to take the next step. Has Bones came in and finally figured things out for him, has made the game clear because he seems to be playing a lot better.
Yeah, he's made it clear. He's made it clear that he wants him to play, on the edge. I think what Adam does, this is like last year. He's gotten off that pace to get to the same number of goals that he got to last year. But what he did learn last year is how to play a full game. Play defensively as a centerman. That's really important. But look, make no mistake, Tyvis, when your guy Mason Marchment, is healthy and back on the line with him, it makes a huge difference. So, Adam doesn't, not that he has to do everything on that line anyway, because Kirill Marchenko's on the other side, but I think that gives him a weapon on either side, and it helps him a ton. So, yeah, I think he's figuring it out. He's pissed that he's not getting as many goals as he'd like to get, and everybody's concerned about that, but I think he's figured it out.
Bob McElligott joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jackets in action tonight against the Kings at Nationwide. Obviously, the weather's a factor, but hopefully by the time we get to game time, it'll be a little bit better on the roads. As of right now, obviously still pretty rough out there, but they're working on it. They'll get it cleared up. Now, Mason Marchman, we brought up like how good he's been for this team. And he and Charlie Coyle, I feel like, have both been good in different ways for this team, but we talked about it before. 2 veteran guys who played a decent amount of hockey, who are not bad players, who came from very good organizations. They've played with some great teams. Do you think that leadership is important for this team? When some of the younger guys are starting to realize, hey, man, the old guys are carrying the water around here. And maybe Mason Marchman doesn't want to be called an old guy, but comparatively, is that something that you think is motivating some of the younger guys to pick up their games?
Yeah, but I think it's in the way of there's not so much on the shoulders of the younger guys, right? I mean, it's nice that you have those guys that are producing on the ice. They're talking a lot. They are good leaders. They are good people. They fit in really nice. I think they're good examples for those guys. And, Adam Fantilli doesn't feel like he has to do everything. Ken Johnson doesn't feel like he has to do everything. And then, with the coaching switch and just the way the message is brought across now with a little bit more of a relaxed tone to it. I mean, still urgent, but relaxed urgent. I think all those things together have all of that's been good for the young guys on this team, and has started to bring more out of them here in the last couple of weeks.
Bob, when you look at tonight's matchup against the Kings, both teams are 2-game winning streak. What are some things that they got to look out for with the Kings coming in?
Well, they did get a win in L.A. right before Christmas, so that's a good thing. The Kings they won back-to-back games, but they've been up and down. They've been very much like the Blue Jackets, where they've let games get away late here in the last couple of weeks and things like that. But really, you can't play. I don't think you can play the game you played against Tampa the other night, and I don't think you can play the game you played against Dallas the previous game. We talked about the 1 and the 8. I think you're going to have to get a couple of goals, but that defense that you played against the Dallas Stars, that's got to be there. And when you look at the Tampa game, Tampa gets 5, but the Blue Jackets put 1 of those into the net themselves. There was an empty net goal. I can take a couple of those away. I can't take them all away, but they played better than the score was in that game. So they just have to keep playing that team defense that they've been playing here in the last couple of weeks. I'll tell you what's really been noticeable to me since the coaching change is the overall team defense and the shot blocking. There are guys that have been blocking shots that normally aren't blocking shots. So that message has gotten through for sure.
Bob, you brought up them kicking their own goal in. When you're on the call, how do you explain that to the fans? What is that call like?
It's not good. It's not a highlight. I'm not replaying it. You're shocked, right? Jets got the puck and I'll be honest with you. I expect Jack Reeves to just stop that play and freeze that puck and not try to move it away from the net with his stick. So I'm surprised, first of all, he's playing it. And then when it hits Lundstrom's skate and goes in, you're just like, I think I literally said, and Reeves plays the puck and he puts it into his own net. What do you do? So it's crazy. It was funny. I was talking with Todd Sherrock, our VP of communications after that happened in the first intermission. He goes, in the 25 years of the team, that's the first time that has ever happened. And I looked at him and I said, and it was not the goalie that you thought it was going to be when it happened, was it?
No, it wasn't. That's for sure. Yeah, I feel like you probably see so many things, Bob. It's probably more of a, how do you not swear where you go, what the just happened? Like that, you got to, that self-edit button you got to use, which we all have to do in this business.
It's funny because I do have a button. It's called a cough drop. Right? And you guys would know it's just a button that you hit that mutes your microphone.
Yeah, the cough.
So if you have to cough, you can do that, right? So they always bring people into the booth, like sponsors or ticket holders and stuff like that. And that's one thing that people always say, what's the cough drop? And I said, well, it could be called the swear drop. It's really what it could be called.
Right. Right.
Because it's a nice button to have at times like that, fellas.
Oh, yeah. I know it is. And we've used it here, too. So I definitely am aware of that. Well, have fun on the call tonight. Obviously, the Jackets taking on the Kings down at Nationwide. All that coming up at 7 o'clock. Bob, thanks again this morning. Be safe out there, getting into the rink and all that today. And we'll talk again next week.
Yeah, am I allowed to drive to work today? Is it still? Can I go to the morning skate? Is it still level 3 or what's going on?
It is level 3 as of right now, but I feel like Bob McCelligan is an essential employee because
wait a minute.
How else we're going to know what's happening with these games?
Bob, real quick, what did you think of the Mike McCarthy hire?
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, there it is. Can't believe you didn't ask me about the firing last week.
Well, he didn't get fired. He stepped down.
Sure.
Yeah, sure did. Absolutely did. I don't know, Tyvis. I'm weird on it. Like, again, this is a hire where years ago I'd have been like, all right, local guy, bring him in. Now he's a 62-year-old guy, and it's totally opposite of. They're starting to do so many things totally opposite of what they've done in their history that I'm not sure. So I'm lukewarm as of today. Once they get some offensive and defensive coordinators, maybe you could ask me if I'm more excited about it.
As a Browns fan, I was thrilled. I really enjoyed the hire. I thought that was great. I was a big fan of it. Looking forward to watching that. And you can remember that.
Are they going to get a coach anytime soon?
No. No, they're just going to keep interviewing people and asking them to do like spreadsheets and color a paper that shows what you think you would be. And if you could write down what kind of tree you are, whatever it's just great interview questions like that. It's a lot of fun. Bob,
regular HR people are running that one, I guess. Huh?
Yes, exactly right. Bob, we'll talk again next week. Thanks, man. There you go, Bob McCelligan on the Brian Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Meredith Garfalo will jump in a couple minutes. We'll find out what's going on with the weather. Find out about these weather emergencies, snow emergencies. Where are we at? When will we get out of level 3? Hopefully we'll find out very, very soon. 2 minutes away, we'll talk with Meredith next. T-Bone Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, thankfully, we are still not seeing any major crashes out there. But if you are heading out, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy, being patient and going slow on these roads. We're still seeing some snowy conditions out there. That's causing some concern as well as some black ice. So once again, allow for extra time if you can, too, and extra caution on those bridges, overpasses, and especially those ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
It's Timmy Hall and AI Common Man. Happy to ring in another year with our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Mikey, do you want to be a millionaire? Hollywood is the place to do it.
From now until March 25th, you have the chance to win $1 million instantly. And here's something Mikey likey. All new brunch items at the Sportsbook restaurant and bar like Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict, or roast beef hash skillet. Yummy.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
We're your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Super Bowl is set. We know who's going to be there. The Patriots taking on the Seahawks. The games yesterday, I thought were good football games in different ways. One of them showed you what it's like to play football in the elements, old school, the way it was meant to be. And, I mean, there weren't maybe as many offensive plays as we would have wanted, but
it's boring.
Hey, the backup quarterback wasn't the guy not making plays.
T-Bone, it was boring.
Jarrett Stidham threw a dart.
The game was boring.
And who do you? That's strategy.
No,
that's strategy. That's planning. It's two good defensive football teams, and I think at least one quarterback in that game, Jarrett Stidham, is not probably the guy you want throwing the ball deep late in that game in the snow because he hasn't had a lot of opportunities.
Now everybody's gonna say, I wonder what would have happened if it didn't snow.
I wonder what would have happened if Bo Nix had played. I wonder what would have happened if other people hadn't been hurt on both those teams. Like, we could do that all day, but the reality is football is you got to overcome what's there.
Well, if they played that game 10 times, the Broncos win 9 out of 10.
Well, you know what, though? I don't think that at all. I also think if they had played that game in New England, which, by the way,
it would have been worse.
Do you remember that? If you go back and double check, I'm pretty sure this is right. The Raiders, I want to say, beat New England like the first game of the season. I think that's right.
This year?
Yeah. I think the Raiders, one of their 3 wins came against New England, if I'm not mistaken.
Doubt that.
I think that's accurate. They dropped a game, though, that made absolutely no sense. And
the Raiders,
they look early in the season.
The Bills, Steelers, and Raiders.
Yeah.
Sure did.
If they'd won that game, if the Patriots had won that game, you know where it would have been? Obviously, the game would have been in Foxborough, where they had the same type of weather we had. Meredith Garfalo joining us now. Could have had that.
Good lead in for me, right?
Well, that Broncos game, because Tyvis, of course, hates seeing any weather on a football field, and I think it's great. But regardless,
I know your feelings, Tyvis. I know you want every game in a dome, so you don't have to worry about the elements. I know that look by now.
He wants Meredith to lose her job and not have any.
I don't want her to lose her job.
That's right. Why even have weather?
First of all,
Tyvis?
I owe you an apology.
Okay.
I didn't know that the weather. I thought it would be like. I thought you was exaggerating a little bit. I was like,
wow. A little Tyvis truth right now?
I thought it would be like maybe a couple of inches.
That's
when I went out there.
That's horrible. How dare you?
When I went out there and shoveled that snow last night,
You're like, Meredith was right.
It was every bit of 12 minutes.
You know why? Because she knows everything, right?
That's right. Yes, she does. It's in the intro. Exactly
All
right.
right, give me a high five for that one. Come on.
Yes, that's good. Yeah. So see, now I listened to what you guys were saying. They did social media yesterday or on Friday. They were asking us to make predictions for the games and the predictions for the snowfall. And I said 10 inches because I was paying attention to what you guys had said, what you had told us on the air.
Sure.
But like Joshua Perry's going to be in later this morning. He's going to join us at 8:30. He was saying, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Tyvis was saying it's not going to be that bad. Some of the other hosts here were saying, I don't think. I was ready. I believed. I listened. And I was prepared. So see,
well, I'm so glad we can help.
Prepare.
You know, it's funny because I was putting my own number out there, and I went 13, and I know I'd lose on the prices, right? But our storm total in Columbus came in at 12.1.
There you go.
So, you know, these are hard storms to forecast because of the dynamics of the temperature and how much moisture comes in. And as we saw, there was a delayed start because, and let's feel like a football game, a delayed start because of the dry air, number 5-yard penalty, up
False
the snow
start.
totals. Yeah. False start.
Yeah, as long as you don't do it in the fourth quarter, right? Where you got
oh, man.
keep a drive alive or something like that, right?
It was wild.
So is the kids just going to be off all week?
I wish I was off all week.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at it. So
it's not going to get better because it's going to be cold.
Going to be. That's the thing is it's like now we transition to this nasty cold. I mean, if you think it's cold this morning, tomorrow morning, you're going to double that wind chill below zero.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they not going. I don't think the kids going to school.
See, this,
no.
that's
I think they might be off school for several days this week.
This is what I was kind of wondering because, you know, like our neighborhood, I was talking with my wife because she was saying, yeah, it's still not plowed or anything like that, which makes sense.
Right.
But then whenever you get the surface streets cleared, the sidewalks are largely still going to probably be a mess. It's not like the stuff's going to melt. It's a foot of snow. And then you're asking the kids to go walk and stand at the bus stop in negative 10, 15, 20 degree wind chills. Like, that's going to be a tough ask. So regardless of all that, today, what's the, like, improvement possibility for, like, we're all still under level 3 right now, as far as I know. Is there a chance we get out of that by, like, noon, 3 o'clock?
I mean, weather-wise, we're in good shape. I mean, you might have some light snow showers that are lingering or some flurries, which, by the way, it's nothing to do with that storm system. It's racing through Maine right now. This is kind of like the leftover. We're getting a little of the energy coming in from the north, so... but I'm looking at little to no accumulation from that. So it's all going to be dependent on the roads. Now, the cold plays a factor because if you think about it, if you have a lot of slush out there and they don't put anything down to, you know, keep it from freezing, you're going to have patches of ice that are going to be on these streets as well. So not only is it snow, it's going to be ice. I mean, I was going 20 to 30 miles per hour down Broad Street this morning just to be safe because you'd see that glassy area and you just don't know if that's ice or if it's water.
Yeah, I had that on 315. I was coming around the corner and I was like, is that black ice? Let me slow down a little bit. Yeah, it's not great out there. Not
Gotta
at
be
all.
careful. So we're thinking for the next few days, still going to be cold and trying to, like, I don't know what all the formulations are, but when you put stuff out on your driveway or stuff like that, when it gets this cold, sometimes that stuff is...
It won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well save yourself some money.
I say it's too cold for it to work.
I mean, but if it makes you guys feel better for any friends in like Minnesota and Michigan, I mean, they're like 20, 30, 40 degree wind chills below zero.
Yeah,
so we're not the worst in the country right now. I know.
Where is the 40-degree days? Like, what is this about? I'm trying to...
I know, 40 seems so nice right now.
By my birthday on the 16th of February, I'm trying to see at least a 50.
Well, I think we're down to 51 days until spring. So or something like that. Jay said that out of the air this morning. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
it never happens like that. It never.
Dude, my birthday's in March, and I feel like it's still just as cold. I know it's gonna. We're not gonna like warm up until June. I swear. I mean, who knows? Maybe we get this out now, but
that's fine. Y'all can come celebrate on my birthday in August. It'll be nice and like 100 degrees, 98 degrees, something like that.
Speaking of celebrating, we were celebrating the Seahawks winning yesterday.
We are.
Because I was very depressed last night.
I know you were mad. I thought about you last night. I was like, she gonna be
painful.
mad, but hey.
I know you were busy yesterday, you know, keeping everyone safe with all the weather forecasts, but did you have one of those games because one of them got all the snow, one of them was just...
I saw, and you know what, it's funny, when we talked earlier in the week, there was not a drop of snow in the forecast, so something must have just got kicked up with, you know, with elevation, you can have that happen from time to time, and it just kept dumping in the Broncos game.
Wasn't it terrible?
It kind of was. I was like, all right. I mean, terrible because I was like, the forecast is different, but I'm also like, that was rough.
Yeah, you would have watched that one.
Yeah.
It was boring.
I watched the whole
Thank you.
thing. Yeah,
That's exactly my point.
Yeah, I
Thank
agree,
you,
Meredith. I don't like watching good defenses. Defensive struggles aren't bad. I want the quarterbacks and the offense to be great.
If it was actually the defense, I would respect it.
When a
It
free
wasn't the
safety
defense.
comes up and makes 12 tackles, it's just a boring game. I'd rather have the offense just throwing it over their heads every single game.
But you know what? As much as I cheered for the Rams, I don't think they played to win. I think we've seen a lot of better plays from that team, and they just couldn't. The defense, they couldn't hold them, and the offense, they weren't getting the scores that they needed to.
I think it's finally time for them to address their secondary.
Special teams.
They keep neglecting it, and it's just not. They got to figure that out.
Last year, they played a bird-named team, the Eagles, in the snow, and they lost. And then this year, they played a bird-themed team in the not snow, and they still lost. So it's not the snow, it's not the birds, it's the Rams. Rams aren't good enough to get it done to get to the Super Bowl anymore. So there you go. Matt Stafford's a joke, and he shouldn't get the MVP.
Ooh.
Sorry, I was getting a little ahead of myself. That's for tomorrow. That's when we do Hot Take Tuesday. That's Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. Today I'm just going to keep it a little cooler. But Meredith, thank you for coming in.
Like the temperatures? Where's my symbol?
Oh, yeah, right.
I know I'm going to roll this morning. I'm exhausted.
I just had that. That's all I have.
We'll take that.
All right, we'll let Meredith get back to 10 TV. Thanks for coming in. But
Thanks, guys.
Be safe out there. It is cold. We will keep you up to date. All the info, 10 TV and 10 Plus. Our Overachiever of the Week is coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, thankfully, we are still not seeing any major crashes out there. But if you are heading out, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy, being patient and going slow on these roads. We're still seeing some snowy conditions out there. That's causing some concern as well as some black ice. So once again, allow for extra time if you can, too, and extra caution on those bridges, overpasses, and especially those ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
Get Eco.
Aaron, when we say same-day furnace installation, what does that mean exactly?
It means if you call us in the dead of winter because your furnace has died, we will install a new furnace the same day.
Get Eco.
So by same day, you mean like the next day, but within 24 hours?
No, Jerry, the same day you call.
How can we do that? Do we really have furnace techs just sitting here waiting for emergency calls?
Yes.
And we have a whole warehouse full of different furnaces, so we'll have one ready to go no matter what you need?
Yes.
And we have extra trucks in the fleet, just parked and ready to be loaded at a moment's notice?
Yes.
How do we do that?
Jerry, how could we not do that? If your heat goes out in the middle of winter, that's an emergency. So we'll be there the day you call.
Get Eco.
We should install a pole the guys can slide down, like firefighters.
No, Jerry, and please don't suggest that in front of the team.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from That Other Window Place. And today, we're in my showroom to demonstrate how efficient our windows are.
Whew, it's really cold in here, Wilson.
We call that eco-friendly organic air conditioning.
Drafty windows are a major problem for energy bills and comfort. It's one of the biggest reasons why people get Pella windows.
It really is a problem, Leslie. I'm wearing 3 coats right now, looking like a beanbag with legs.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Join the fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis will put anything in his mouth on a dare. All right, almost anything. No, I stand by my previous statement. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
I think it's the sentiment a lot of Browns fans can get behind. I saw this from a guy named Eli who tweeted this out. The Browns hire Nathan Shieldhouse, then Grant Yudinsky will become the next Sean McVay. If the Browns hire Grant Yudinsky, then Nathan Shieldhouse will become the next Sean McVay. Been around long enough to know this. And I feel like that is a sentiment that rings true for Browns fans, doesn't it? Like, it just feels like no matter what selection they make for their head coach. Yeah. And you brought this up in the break that the Browns are now in a position where they have to be instant gratification.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's been 25, 26, 27 years of this crap. If they just, so this hire will work. And Browns fans are at a point now where the skepticism is all-time high, cynicism is all-time high. And the way to break through that is to win quickly. But this organization probably is still a few years away from contracts and everything else. It's probably
and that's the problem right there, is that people would say, when you look at it on paper, the expectation should be low for the Browns, like extremely low. That if you go out there and you go 8-9, like that's like winning the Super Bowl. But the problem is when you look around the sport, it's been so many coaches that's come in and done it immediately. Mike Vrabel, first year in New England, going to the Super Bowl. Mike McDonald, second year with Seattle, going to the Super Bowl. Kirk Cignetti, second year Indiana, won the championship. So it's like when you see that as an owner, because owners really don't, they live in a different world. Yeah. So owners will look at the sport and say, well, heck, they just did it, so why can't we do that? Like that type of thing. And I just think that with the Browns, you can't judge it off of what's going on around, like what everybody else is doing. It's just that we got our own thing, and it's going to take some time.
Well, right. I do think that looking at all those, there is one common theme, which is that they went and hired guys who had already there are a common theme of success in some parts of each of those stories. Like with Kurt Cignetti, you can't say that Indiana was anywhere near a successful organization, right? But Kurt Cignetti had been proving himself as a builder of programs over a period of time. He had worked under the greatest coach probably in college football history, in Nick Saban, right? Mm-hmm. For a lot of years. So, like, he had the background that when the time came, and it was the right situation because now with transfer portal rules, now with NIL rules, you can bring a lot of guys with you. He brought a lot of his already built stuff, dropped it on Indiana, and it's worked out. No one thought it would work like this.
Yeah, because it was James Madison, so it's like...
You didn't think that, but he believed in himself, but he also had a very good background of building things and knowing how to make things work, and it now has worked at the highest level. But like when you go to Seattle, Is that a terrible organization?
Not at all.
No, they've been one of the best organizations, and they have a front office that builds the pieces that you need to be a champion. So when they get a good coach who knows what he's doing, who can fine-tune a defense, when you find a quarterback who's like Sam Darnold, who's pretty good, but now you add into that defense, and again, they're great, then it's there. And Mike Vrabel, same thing. Vrabel has been a head coach who's been successful for a number of years. He also worked under Urban Meyer, like at one point. Like, he's seen a lot of different things too, but also he has the background of working with the Patriots, knowing it, played for Bill Belichick, all that stuff. So, like, all these guys had success somewhere else. They understood what success looks like, or they worked for organizations that were successful. The Browns typically don't make those decisions. They try to get like lightning in a bottle and not build it from within the way you should.
Do you look at, with all of what you're saying, right? Do you look at a guy like Bob Chesney? Do you know who Bob Chesney is?
Yeah, the James Madison coach just took the UCLA job.
Do you think that UCLA look at him and say, we need some instant?
Oh, I'm sure they're looking at, can we get a Kurt Cignetti 2.0? I'm sure they're hoping for that.
Because it's like, I mean, he took James Madison there. So, like, yeah, UCLA should be better resources and all those things. You got the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
theoretically, don't say because you came from James Madison, you can't get it done.
But to your point, he could probably improve UCLA, but all those UCLA fans are going to look at is, why aren't we Indiana? Right? And to your point with the Browns, where it's like the Browns fans have been so beaten down for 25 plus years that we're like, why can't we become one of these teams that turns it around? And instead, what needs to happen right now is you need to get to be a playoff team again. You need to be a sustainable young playoff team where you add pieces and become a winner. And right now, they're not even close. So, all right, that's depressing. Let's talk about something fun instead.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
All right, so I'm going to throw this one out as a blanket statement for the show. Snowplow drivers, emergency hospital workers, restaurant and grocery store workers, everybody who's essential, everybody who's been out there trying to keep society going while we've had this massive snowstorm. Thank you for what you're doing. You guys are overachievers for sure. Can I throw one other random person in this one? I got stuck in the snow yesterday at Goodale and what is the road that runs right in front of us? Twin Rivers.
Twin Rivers,
right?
Yes.
So I'm stuck in the snow. I was half a mile from my hotel, if that. So frustrated. And I'm like, what am I going to do?
Stuck in a ditch.
Not in the ditch, just on the road. It was so bogged down because it hadn't been plowed. So guy gets behind me in a nice, huge SUV, gets out, nicely dressed, and he says, I'm going to push. You stay in the car. I'm going to push. And I said, you don't have to do that. He goes, no. We're going to do it.
Was he a big, strong guy? It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight he's pushing.
So then another guy joined him too. But like these two guys got out of their cars and pushed me to freedom. The problem was when I got going, shot all the snow and stuff back on them.
Dang.
And it sucked. I felt bad because then it's like, I can't stop now because if I stop, we'll just be in the same spot again. But I waved and I said, thank you guys. But I had no way to thank these people. So whoever you are, if you're listening, reach out to me. I want to buy you a coffee or something. I don't know. Pay for your dry cleaning? I have no idea. But yeah, thank you to the people who helped out. Anybody who's done some Good Samaritan stuff like that, you're an overachiever.
Not all heroes wear capes.
That's exactly right. This guy was wearing like a nice sport coat.
And that's how I feel about Meredith Garofalo, because she's my overachiever of the week.
There you go.
Predicted this thing to be right. She was doubted. Everybody says she's crazy.
Not everybody. You said that.
Everybody says she's crazy. And sure enough, Meredith was 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
So she deserves her flowers.
Well, she knows what she's doing as a meteorologist. And the 10 TV weather team had us all steered correctly there yesterday and the days before. So that's why you got to watch 10 TV. Isaiah's in for Dylan today. Isaiah, who's your overachiever?
My overachiever over the weekend, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dabo Sweeney spent about 12 minutes just ripping Ole Miss's head coach Pete Golding for tampering.
Oh, yeah.
Did he really?
Oh,
yes,
it was
he
fantastic.
did. Yes, he did.
It started on like January 7th was when Luke Farrelly was the player that they had recruited in, who signed in for like obviously had an NIL deal. And then by January 21st, he was then committed to Ole Miss. So it was a 2-week span. He had committed to Clemson. He'd gotten paid. he's going to class, and then the whole time he's telling Dabo, yeah, Pete Golden's like texting me, Jackson Dart's calling me, Trinidad Chambliss is calling me. He just sent me a text of like $1 million contract. Wow. And so Dabo took the time to break down every single action, every text that came through. It was a 12-minute long interview that he put out, and he said it was essentially a good comparison of cheating on your honeymoon. And he said the NCAA needs to stop this.
So there is no penalty for tampering.
I mean, they're supposed. He said they're reporting it and they're going to do all that, but who knows what? Yeah, right.
Nothing will happen.
Right, nothing will happen. Yeah, exactly right. That's. You know what? We can talk about that. 8:30, we're going to have Joshua Perry come in. I think we can talk about that with JP, because I also have a story I want to ask him about. Did you hear about the college football players who can play in his 8th year this year?
Who, Puff Johnson?
No, that's basketball. We have that guy could be playing for the Buckeyes. Yeah, he's playing for the Buckeyes. That's totally fine.
The dude from Alabama.
No, this is football.
Oh, it's a football player. That's
there's a football player. Yeah.
Wow.
I will 8:30. Look at that tease. That's way in the future.
How old is that guy? Jeez.
Yes, that's right. He's your age, Tyvis.
That's malarkey. You need to let it go.
I have it all. Well, yeah, he does, but I have it all broken down. But that's where. So you know what? Joshua Perry's going to join us. We'll talk about that and other stuff with college football. Maybe even a little just football talk in general. And obviously, we will talk about the new offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes. Speaking of, we're going to talk about that next. Me and Tyvis will break it down. Arthur Smith takes the job. What do we think of that? You'll hear next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, thankfully, we are still not seeing any major crashes out there. But if you are heading out, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy, being patient and going slow on these roads. We're still seeing some snowy conditions out there. That's causing some concern as well as some black ice. So once again, allow for extra time if you can, too, and extra caution on those bridges, overpasses, and especially those ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Everybody, it's Berm here, Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan, and I have the least exciting update I can give you. Awaken 180 is still working. That is actually fairly inconvenient because I don't have anything dramatic to complain about. I'm 5 weeks in, I'm down over 30 pounds, and there hasn't been a single plot twist. There hasn't been a stall. There's no mystery week where everything stops making sense. I simply follow the plan, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the scale does what it's designed to do too. Weight loss usually feels like a guessing game where you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, but Awaken 180 doesn't. There's structure, there's coaching, and there's zero need for motivational speeches in the mirror. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm not starting over every Monday. I'm moving forward, enjoying the ride, feeling a whole lot better, and watching years of bad habits quietly get undone. Do what we all did and make your own 180 with Awaken 180. Go online at awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The common phrase is new year, new me. But that's hard to do when you're dealing with pain. Hi, I'm Tyvis Powell with QC Kinetics. I struggled to get through the day just like you until I seen my guys at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his staff brought me treatments that help my body repair my knees and shoulders. If you're like me and don't want to have an operation that keeps you away from doing activities, then visit QC Kinetics, where your treatments is in the office and there's no downtime. You'll be moving better and stronger, and that way you can accomplish all your goals. For me, I want to lose weight this year, and thanks to QC Kinetics, I can run and lift just like I used to when I was in the pros. Simple procedure that can deliver big life-changing results. Let January be your clean slate. Stop managing the pain and start solving it with QC Kinetics right here in Dublin. Call now for your free consultation. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Ah, college. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more for money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Steve here from USA Insulation. Let me ask you a question. Do you know why your thermos keeps your coffee hot? Because it's insulated with foam. So let us do the same thing and insulate your home with our premium foam for only $99 a month, interest-free. The cold weather's here. There's nothing better than sitting in a warm, comfortable home with your loved ones and keeping that cold, drafty air outside. So make the call today, 529-2440, 529-2440, or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Last night, Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks defeated Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams 31-27. Darnold finished with 3 touchdowns in the NFC title win, and then earlier yesterday, Drake May and the New England Patriots punched their ticket to the big game versus the Denver Broncos. They escaped mile high with a 10-7 victory. In college football news, Ohio State is finalizing a deal to make former Pittsburgh Steelers play caller Arthur Smith their offensive coordinator. Smith spent the past 2 seasons with the Steelers under Mike Tomlin. Before that, he was the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, compiling a record of 21-30 over 3 seasons. This year, the Steelers ranked 15th in the NFL, averaging 22 points per game. In other head coaching news, the Steelers have verbally agreed to make Mike McCarthy their next head coach. This update was sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, buy one quesadilla deal, get one free on the app. Terms apply.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Hey, the copy that I have here to talk about this next thing that I like to talk about says winters can be brutal here in Columbus. Yeah, I think we all got that message. It's still level 3 as of right now, so be safe. Stay inside. But maybe you've been sitting inside your house and you're going, you know what? The outside's starting to feel a little bit, I'm feeling that on the inside now because your windows are drafty and they're letting in some of that cold air, letting out some of the hot air. Either way, it's hurting your utility bills. It's making you pay more money for that. Don't do it. You can go fix that problem with this solution from Window Nation. They've got a great deal on energy-efficient windows that will keep your house warm in the winter and cool in the summer because they help insulate your house. You can buy 4, get 4 windows free right now with Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 windows free sale going on now. Great time to get them. Plus, you could get those windows with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. So if you have builder-grade windows, those are the windows that usually come with your house, they're fine, they're functional, but they're cheap. These are better windows that are still going to be cost-effective, a great solution for you and your family, and they're going to keep your house in a better shape when it comes to making it energy efficient. That's why you go with Window Nation. They've got an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, 50-point inspection on every window you buy. Plus, of course, right now, buy 4, get 4 windows free. So Check them out now. Get your free estimate going at windownation.com. Windownation.com to get your free estimate today. In fact, can't really go anywhere, so now's the perfect time to start thinking about that. Figure out how to fix that problem in your house. Windownation.com. Go there today.
You know, I want to ask you, I want to run this by you. So you know how the Browns are struggling right now to oblige to the Rooney Rule because they need to. They're doing the interview with Nathan Shieldhouse today, so that's one.
They did one over the weekend too.
Yes, this would be the second one in person. Yes. I think they went to L.A. to interview him.
Nathan Shieldhouse today. Yes, that's right.
Yes, but they need another guy. Let me ask you this. What if they say Shieldhouse is the guy and they hired him right there and didn't interview the other black candidate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They will get fined.
Yes.
Do you think it's worth the fine? Do you think the fine would be harsh?
You know what? I don't know what the fine would be, but I'm not.
It says
Jimmy Haslam's got the money. Yeah, just pay it.
The 2003 penalty was $200,000.
Yeah, I mean, look. So one thing to keep in mind here is the
league also has threatened to dock draft picks.
Okay. Well, the Browns interviewed Anthony Lynn, who is the Commanders running back coach, but longtime coach in the NFL. So they did interview him over the weekend. So that also applies to the Rooney Rule. And there's talk that he may be a guy that would come in and be like an assistant head coach type if they do hire a young coordinator. Maybe you hire someone like him who's been around the league forever, who can help with some of the day-to-day operations of best practices, how to run a team, stuff like that. But they interviewed him. I understand what you're saying, though. The Rooney Rule, to me, I'm a big defender of it because I do think it matters. I think that we underestimate how important it is to have someone come in person and talk to the decision makers at a football team. And because of that rule, forcing them to look outside of maybe other people that they would normally hire, now at least, even if that person doesn't get the job, it should allow them to say, oh, hang on a second. This guy's actually a great candidate. We didn't really know what he was or hadn't really talked to him or didn't expect that. Now that puts another positive in their, review, right? Puts another positive in their assessment. So when other teams are looking for head coaches, even if that team doesn't hire them, it's like, hey, this guy interviewed great. We already had someone that we wanted to hire, but you should definitely take a look at him.
Yeah.
I think there's a benefit to that, right?
Yeah.
What is a problem is when teams just take it and go, got to check the box. And some of these teams, to be fair, I don't think it's great that the Browns let it go so long before they got to that point. I also don't know that it's great that, like, a team has a job opening for 24 hours and, like, oh, we already checked off the Rooney Rule. And you didn't even hear the guys' names because they're not interviewing them seriously. They're just like, let's get this. We have them on the list. We're going to have them come in. We're not even going to really think about it again.
In a sense, I actually kind of respect the Browns for doing it the way that they're doing it because it comes off as they're not trying to make a mockery of it, And now, unless they just throw somebody out there at the end to do it, that makes a mockery. But the reason that I say if Shieldhouse is the guy, just hire him and just pay the fine because, one, it shows that you're not making a mockery of the rule. Two, I don't think it'd be that harsh because Shieldhouse black anyway. So therefore, it's not like it's not like you're not hiring the minority guy anyway. So
right.
And if you believe he's the guy, just pay the fine.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would think
because if you don't, then you go out there and you just interview just some guy, some random black guy, just to die. It's like, all right, well, then you just did it just to do that.
Yeah, I feel like like I said, I'm still, I guess, a little unclear on the rule, but as far as I understand it. They interviewed Nate Shieldhouse today. That will satisfy the Rooney Rule because of the interview they did over the weekend. And to your point,
they did two of them. I thought they had to be two in person.
Well, they'll have. So Anthony Lynn was in person.
Oh, okay.
And then this Nathan Shieldhouse one would also be in person.
I did not know they interviewed Anthony.
Yeah,
Lynn.
that just came up over the weekend. So yeah, that's. I think they will now be in compliance with it. To your point, but I understand what you're saying. Like at some point, maybe the Browns' angle on that could be a little bit of, are you really going to sit here and say that this organization that has taken this stuff seriously and does seem to care about that stuff is throwing that away and is just doing this? Like, if you paid the fine, I think that would be an opportunity for the Browns front office. I mean, Andrew Berry could certainly speak on that, I would think, right? As a minority candidate himself for the GM job, right? I think he would understand, if anyone, the benefits of being able to be interviewed when maybe people wouldn't normally otherwise interview you. I think he could speak very well to that idea, right? And say, do you think I don't value the Rooney Rule? Here are the problems with it. And I think that's That's a worthwhile conversation to have. What I don't like is sometimes I hear the conversation from some corners of the NFL thing where it's like, I don't like this because the wrong reasons. They don't like it because I don't want to have any quotas at all. And it's like, well, we see how that goes too. That can also be bad where suddenly the whole league looks like one guy. That's not good. Diversity is a good thing ultimately, but you have to find the right way to apply it. And with any system, there are going to be flaws. I agree with that.
They should have brought in Gerard Mayo.
Hey, man, that was one. I'll tell you what, I wonder with last year with the Patriots, like you've said before, he got a raw deal last year in part. I know people just look at that and say last year they were, 4-13, and now they're 13-4, whatever they are, they're going to the Super Bowl. But, but like the team was different last year. It's not like he just had that team exactly the same and it was all about coaching. Vrabel's a great coach, and I do think he obviously has a lot more experience than Gerard Mayo, but I think Gerard Mayo would have gotten more time there if it had been not Mike Vrabel available. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm not trying to defend Robert Kraft. I'm not trying to defend any of these teams, actually. That sounds like I am in this segment. But genuinely, I feel like they would have probably looked at him and said, we want to give him more time because he is a Patriots guy, too. He's a player that was there, a legendary player for them. I think they would have given him more time if it wasn't Mike Vrabel's available and he's literally an NFL head coach with a vastly more experience who kind of got a raw deal in Tennessee and should probably still be coaching there. But now, I mean, how bad do you feel if you're a Titans fan today, thinking that's the coach that we have? And as a Browns fan, he was in your building last year.
That's a lot of Browns fans. Like they kept. I just don't think they would have hired him. I mean, he wouldn't have. I don't think he would have taken the Browns over the Patriots like that.
Well, doesn't that kind of speak poorly of the Browns organization either way? Like if they had Mike Vrabel in the in-house and he was willing to take the job and they said, no thanks, we want to stick with Kevin Stefanski, well, that's stupid. But also, if they had said, we would like to hire Mike Vrabel, but we know he would never work here, well, doesn't that also speak to how bad things are with the Browns? Like, I, too, feel like he probably wouldn't have wanted to take that job.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing to say about your organization, is it? That's not a positive. That this guy who is
well, maybe Kevin might have the same. Maybe how the Tennessee Titans feel about Vrabel is maybe potentially how Browns will feel about Kevin Stefanski if he takes the Falcons to the Super Bowl.
That will remain to be seen. And we will have a good look at that. All right. So we didn't really get to talk about it in this segment, so we'll do it next. The Buckeyes have hired someone who has ties to the Titans, to the Falcons, to the Steelers. Arthur Smith's going to be the new offensive coordinator for the Ohio State Buckeyes. What does that mean? Is that good or bad? We'll discuss next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, thankfully, we are still not seeing any major crashes out there. But if you are heading out, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy, being patient and going slow on these roads. We're still seeing some snowy conditions out there. That's causing some concern as well as some black ice. So once again, allow for extra time if you can, too, and extra caution on those bridges, overpasses, and especially those ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
They say glory is earned, not given. We say it's ignited by heart and ends with a boom. Fire the cannon again! Get your tickets today at BlueJackets.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
Teachers need tons of help.
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Statistics show that roughly 20 veterans die by suicide every day in the United States. Canines for Warriors is the leading nonprofit organization providing highly trained service dogs to veterans with PTSD and other invisible wounds of war. Backed by scientific research, Canines for Warriors has transformed the lives of more than 1,000 veterans, helping them reclaim their independence. To find out more, please visit caninesforwarriors.org.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
It's easy to think of winter as a time when not much is happening in the landscape or in the pest and disease world. However, there are a couple of services that can help your trees and shrubs during the colder months, like horticultural oil and anti-desiccant applications. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org to learn more and to find an ISA-certified arborist in your area who is trained and has the proper equipment to perform your tree work safely.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the Flyers. Live fan coverage starts Wednesday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Chances of flurries this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy and extremely cold with our feels like below zero. And we will still see that as we go into the day today. Chances of flurries or light snow showers, which could add to some patchy blowing snow if we do get those gusty winds with those snow showers coming down. As we go into tonight, slight chance of snow showers, otherwise partly cloudy. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Listen up, my guys at Tri-State Men's Health is helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more. Designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. Rusty needs that. With the low-T treatment combined with the body composition programs, most men notice real improvement, more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. If you're suffering from low T, which begins when men starts in their early to mid 30s, they start losing 2 to 3% of testosterone production every year. It happens gradually, and before you know it, you just aren't the same guy that you once were in your 20s and 30s. You could be having a decrease in libido, putting on weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleep patterns, or sad and depressed. If you have these symptoms, please go to tristatemenshealth.com and take their low T quiz. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. After that, schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health, where they'll do their lab work with you and have your results within 30 minutes. They'll review the results with you, and you will make the decision together. The cost of the appointment right now is $99, which includes a medical consult, TMPSA test, and And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. 6 locations, 2 of them located right here in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one is in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654. Visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Rusty in the chat, who obviously, if you're not in the chat, Rusty Rotors is the username of the guy who gives Tyvis more crap than anyone.
He's a hater.
Well, Tyvis, he may have landed an all-time one right here. He said, Tyvis, I feel like Tyvis's NFL career. I got dressed for work, but I didn't have to go in. I mean that was that Jarrett Stidham pass that he had where it was unexpected, but it was a dart. I was not ready for that.
That's a banger. That's a banger.
Yeah. So you can get in the YouTube chat. Obviously, go to YouTube 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. By the way, tomorrow it is one of our favorite days here on the station. It's always one of the best. Hot Take Tuesday. You can get those in now at Bone and Tyvis 971. Get them in early, or you can download the Fan app and hit record audio. You can put your hot take in audio form. Play those tomorrow. So a lot of people have been getting off hot takes about Arthur Smith, the new Buckeyes offensive coordinator. He comes from obviously formerly being a head coach in the NFL and an offensive coordinator, head coach with the Falcons and the Titans, and then also an offensive coordinator with the Steelers most recently. That did not necessarily, I don't think he bathed himself in glory in that Steelers offensive coordinator position. However, I am not as down on this as others. I actually feel like the Matt Patricia situation last year should have taught us something, which is let's not bury someone who had a bad tenure as a head coach and just say, oh, well, there you go. This guy cannot be a coordinator. I don't understand that. Now, he didn't have the success as a coordinator necessarily that Matt Patricia did, winning all those Super Bowls, but Ryan Day can let him kind of handle some of the parts of the offense that Ryan Day doesn't necessarily want to have to deal with. He can trust that this guy knows what he's doing, a little bit more like that Chip Kelly situation. And then Ryan Day can go be the executive head coach, which I think is the better role for him.
I think that when you dive more into it, first of all, when you see Arthur Smith, the first thing you think about is, oh, he got fired from the Falcons and things didn't go well there and all of those things. So you get this bad connotation in your mind, which same thing with Matt Patricia. But when you dive into his offense, you see that he actually, the things that he's an expert in is the things that Ryan Day has struggled with over the last year, I should say. And that would be running the run game. He does really well in the run game. His schemes and the things that he does, the way he schemed things up, he gets guys going, and he's always had a top 5 rushing attack. Not with Pittsburgh, but with Tennessee and with the Falcons, he was always up there in the top 5. So that the run game is an issue that we need fixed. The other thing that he was actually good at is red zone efficiency, which is another thing that we struggle with as well. So when you look at that, you think, okay, they're bringing him in to help Ryan Day. If these two guys put their mind together and come up with and mix what they have, it should be a well balanced. You should be able to be effective in all areas of the field, and I think that's where we're going with this. I don't know how the play calling is going to go. Obviously, I think Ryan Day will always have a heavy hand on that and, always make sure that guys like Jeremiah Smith and, Chris Henry Jr. and Brandon Ennis make sure that they're getting their catches, because when you think about Arthur Smith, he can sometimes neglect his wide receivers. So he can do it. But here at Ohio State at wide receiver there's no way that you can do that. So maybe that these two guys can be complementary of each other to make a really good offense. I'm not going to poo-poo it right now. I mean, obviously, when I first seen it, I was not a fan of the hire at all. I thought it was other guys out there that I thought could be better. But when you sit down and you dive deeper into it and you look at the characteristics of Arthur Smith's offense, there are some things there that I like. I told you, if you want to win a national championship, you have to be able to run the ball effectively. And we have not been doing that. We didn't do that last year. I won't say we haven't been doing it. We did it, obviously, the year we won the national championship. But outside of that, I thought our run game has always been just okay. I think you have to be exceptional, especially when you're going up against some of these tougher teams later in the season. And I think that Arthur Smith can come up with some schemes that can make them very effective in that window.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the NFL over college football. Like, I love college football, and I love the NFL too, but college football just has always scratched my itch better than what the NFL does, because the NFL feels very corporate. It feels very, I don't know. To me, it doesn't have the same randomness and chaos that college football does. So please understand that when I'm saying this as a diehard college football fan, and I would choose college football over the NFL every day of the week and twice on Sundays, actually. But when I say this, I tell you, when NFL coaches drop down to college, they usually do pretty well. And when college coaches try to bump up to the NFL, usually doesn't go so well. So I'm saying, if you tell me that an NFL coordinator is coming down to coordinate, not be the head coach, coordinating and a guy who was a head coach, even that, to come down and coordinate at the college level, I feel like that's taking like a varsity, like Mr. Ohio basketball type player and dropping him on a JV. Like, I just feel like it's a different level for those guys. And I think it works better when you allow someone to do that. So I'm always going to be a fan of going and getting guys from the NFL who maybe just didn't have the best track record the last couple of years, whatever the case, as a coordinator, and letting them just do that at a college level. Don't have to answer as many questions. Don't have as much overhead. Ryan Day handles all the big picture stuff. You just go out there and draw plays that work great against other college defenses. Sign me up for it.
Again, to me, this whole season, the future of next year's season ultimately comes down to the offensive line. And if that offensive line can play as well as they played in the second half against Miami, I think that they can beat any team in the country, and they can go on to be national champions. If we don't get that consistent offensive line play, and now we're dipping in 13 or 14 personnel, then I think it's going to be a long season.
Yeah. I think that's,
and I think the schedule will tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's not like this now. Okay, Ohio State just run it back. Yes, they are.
We shouldn't have to run 13 or 14 personnel.
No, that shouldn't be a thing.
If we have to consistently do that, then we have a problem.
I 100% agree. So yeah, I think it's a decent hire, but I am definitely not doing this. I don't think you or I, either of us, are burying this like people did last year with Matt Patricia and saying this won't work. I would hope we've all learned our lesson not to do that yet and give that type of thing a chance, at least, because Matt Patricia, I think, worked out pretty well. Super Bowl is set, as you know. Patriots defeated the Broncos in a snowstorm in Denver. Seattle got it done last night against the Rams in a game that I think was a little closer than it probably needed to be. Who was the dude that committed that penalty for the Seahawks?
Tariq Woolen.
Oh. Now, he made a great play.
He will probably be a free agent.
Made a great play. Got them into a 4th and 12, got Seattle's defense to stop the Rams, turned it into a 4th and 12 for them, and then turned to the Rams sideline and openly taunted them, which in a world that I run, that would be totally allowed because I love taunting. I don't care if you make the play. I love it when a guy hits a home run and says stuff to the pitcher. I love it when he flips his bat 1,000,000 feet in the air. I don't care. I like taunting. It's fun.
I do too. If he would have hit him with a D-Generation X.
Oh, yeah. Crotch chop. Just hit him. We got 2 words for you. And he's just sitting there. Yeah, that's going to draw a flag. However, you do have to know that rule, right? I mean, that's the problem I had was you got to know that rule. And in that situation, you did everything you needed to do. Just walk over to the other side of the field.
You can't help it sometimes.
I know you can. I'm sure you can.
See,
I'm sure you can.
That's the thing, T-Bone. When you play corner and you on their sideline.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You got to be a dog to be over there. You got to, because they be chirping. So when you make the play, like, you have to look. Actually,
so you've been hearing it all game if you're on that side.
This happened to me before. I played, when I was playing for, I think I was with the Colts. With the Colts. We was playing Dallas. And this is when they had, Dez Bryant was over there.
Okay.
So I'm on their sideline playing corner. Yeah. And Dez Bryant, like, I'm telling y'all, he not good. You got to go right at him right now. So I'm sitting there like, I know he ain't talking to me. I know he ain't talking to me. So they ended up, it was like a 3rd and 5, and we was playing cover 0, meaning we was blitzing area. We was blitzing like 7 people, so it's man to man. So I'm playing off. I'm playing the sticks, and I just like stood there because I knew the receiver was going to go 5 yards. Yeah. So I ended up breaking the play up. Right? And I got right up and looked right at Dez. Like, what you wrong with? Like, bro, hey, man, it ain't that. This ain't that. So, like, you got to, so I understand why he did it. Like, I understand it. But you can't, it was a critical moment.
Gave up a first down
And then they got bombed,
they went right back at him, and he gave up a touchdown. And I texted you right after that and said, does this guy just retire? Does he just do like an A-B where he throws his clothes off and walks off the field and says, never mind, this game's not for me? Because, I can't imagine. But you know what? Credit to them.
Be on that side.
Seahawks didn't let that break them. They got back, and now they're going to a Super Bowl. So I don't know if everybody loves the matchup. I think it'll be great. Seahawks, Patriots, I'm excited for it. Hope we enjoyed the final, actual weekend of football, because in 2 weeks when they put that spectacle on, that's not for you. That's not for me. That's not for football fans.
Are you excited for the halftime
That's for everyone
show?
else. Oh yeah, Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
And Green Day?
I don't think I know any Bad Bunny songs.
I know. I'm sure I've heard them.
Maybe I've heard. I've had to. He be on the radio.
Yeah,
so
he's
I'm
all
sure
the time.
I heard it, but
I've heard Green Day songs. I think Green Day's supposed to be there too. So
I think I heard Green Day.
But you know what? Also, it doesn't matter. I'm there to watch the football. All the other stuff is secondary. But
the halftime show is good when it's. You didn't enjoy. Who was the halftime? Oh, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar was great. I enjoyed it. Yes, I enjoyed
right
it.
At the camera and said, "Say Drake." I hear you like I'm young.
Had Serena Williams out there, was dancing, grip walking.
What a time.
That was quite a show, yeah. We'll see if Bad Bunny can top that. All right, 2 minutes away. Joshua Perry's going to join us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, thankfully, we are still not seeing any major crashes out there. But if you are heading out, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy, being patient and going slow on these roads. We're still seeing some snowy conditions out there. That's causing some concern as well as some black ice. So once again, allow for extra time if you can, too, and extra caution on those bridges, overpasses, and especially those ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
It's Timmy Hall and AI Common Man. Happy to ring in another year with our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Mikey, do you want to be a millionaire? Hollywood is the place to do it.
From now until March 25th, you have the chance to win $1 million instantly. And here's something Mikey likey. All new brunch items at the Sportsbook Restaurant and Bar, like Biscoff Stuffed French Toast, Country Benedict, or Roast Beef Hash Skillet. Yummy.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the Breakdown with Joshua Perry.
Joshua Perry joining us in studio. It's still level 3 snow emergency, so be careful out there. Don't go out there if you don't have to. But
Josh
JP
is an essential worker.
An essential worker today because he's filling in on Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon.
So I was having this conversation with my wife and my mom yesterday because they're like, oh, it's a level 3. And I'm like, yeah, I still got to go to work. And they're like, you should check. And I'm like, no, I'm essential.
Yes.
And they cook me.
That's right. Oh, yeah. No, that's exactly. I've had to have that conversation so many times with family over the years where they're like, why are you considered an essential employee? Because I say, who else would do this? Yeah. Like, we have so many.
I'm wet. I'm dirty.
I have to be here to make sure this stuff happens.
These balls are coming out fast tonight. You got to squat and be ready.
Yeah.
Although you don't have my favorite one in there, my Jerry Jones.
You know what? Wait.
I want me some glory hole.
I don't.
All right.
He's talking about oil. He's talking about oil.
That is terrible. But entertaining the masses when they're at home, like that's an essential job in society.
Theoretically, radio hosts, if like when 9/11 happened, obviously a tragedy. We think about it every year.
Pretty dark turn.
Right. But when that happened, the radio is there to if TV stuff is on, whatever. We're viewed in that way.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the time, we're just goofballs.
Oh, 100%.
That's why we get lumped in. But we have theoretically, yesterday I was listening to some of the fan programming that was on, and they were talking about, some of the weather stuff as they were doing the sports stuff. Heard Scotty Vegas and Ryan Baker, Dave Biddle all doing their thing. So.
Oh, yeah. Did you take James outside?
So it's actually a pretty good one. We get him up and he sees the snow and he's like, "Oh, snow, Daddy, snow." We're like, "Yeah, snow." And so after a while, we're like, "Do you want to go outside?" And he's like, "No." And then we're like, "Do you want to play in the snow?" "No, Daddy." And so he all day stayed inside, did not want to go outside.
Wow.
Yeah, he's scared of snow.
He's a smart man.
Yeah, it's different. It's a new thing for him. He's probably like, "I'm not sure about this."
It snowed earlier in the season, and so we got him, put his snow pants on, got him all whatever, took him out there, and he was not feeling it. And so I'm like, "Let's do snow angels," and he's like shaking his head, and I lay him down in the snow, and he screamed, and it's been over since then.
Josh, I've been meaning to ask you this. Back when we were banging, and we were
Whoa, pause.
He says banging like that all the time.
Back when we was banging in the weight room.
Pause.
Okay. You know how it was one of those things where they split us up and you had a strength coach?
Yes.
That took you through the workout?
Yes.
Who was yours? Who's the linebackers? Because we had KP.
When I first came in, I was working out with Kenny Guyton because I was so little.
Oh, wow.
So I was with Rick Court.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Rick Court.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Well,
that was my
you
guy.
shouldn't say that because he killed a man.
At Maryland, I don't know what he got going on over there. At Ohio State, he was my guy.
Yes, so Rick Court, and then after a while, Schleggs, of course.
Stop right there because that's exactly what he's back.
Oh, I knew he was back.
Do you know he's going to kill those kids?
None of us died.
Lifting with him is
spiritual out-of-body experience.
It is.
It is. And then I was also one of we had Mickey Marotti, like he personally, like my last 2 years.
I didn't get him to my last year.
Oh man, it was something. And Mick was great because he'd take you over the edge, but there were a lot of days where he could just look at you and be like, "You're where you need to be, so I'm not going to do this over the top." But
he actually
just know I'm doing you a favor.
Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, he might have been the calmest one.
Coach
Mick might be the calmest one.
He was the most intuitive one. I think the other guys, their whole job.
Who was with Yuli?
Yuli was a very calm fellow.
He was.
It was linemen and walk-on linebackers.
So I didn't realize this. I didn't know how this works with strength and conditioning. I just assume it's like a yoga class where there's like the instructor and then all of you are in there.
You got a mic on.
Right.
You assigned a rack.
So you get a guy who's like your main rep for your weightlifting program.
Basically,
and then if you are either really good or really bad, you go to Mickey Marotti.
So yes, and it's in zones. Both. It's in zones basically. So like there's 3 racks per strength coach.
Correct.
And so you're doing different parts of the workout typically too. So if you got to go in the back and use the dumbbells, now everybody's in there, but they're all different personalities. Like Yuli was great because he was they turned a little bit slower up top.
Yuli was he was easier.
Yeah,
okay. Probably the easiest.
Okay,
yeah.
But then Schlegel, you're saying was
Schlegel was crazy. I'm telling you.
So we used to do like max squat.
Okay,
and before you would get in there, you get a back slap. Schlegel,
I don't doubt
definitely
that.
did.
Schlegel doing a back slap, like whole handprint for a week.
Well, I mean, on benches you get a chest slap, and I think he took advantage.
I have long since said that guys like Bobby, guys like Schleggs, they missed an opportunity when WWE would come to town. James has the connections, obviously, through his father and his family and all that stuff. Like, I don't know why we never got like Anthony Schlegel running out with a 2x4 or something and like breaking up a match.
Well, we got to watch him, slam a guy on the football game.
But his technique's perfect. Like, I mean, obviously,
he still got it now.
Right. I'm saying like he could. I've never understood why we didn't get him in the ring. That would have been awesome.
Also, the world of guys just being too old, because now they have like the NIL program where they're trying to find like the next stars of tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so they take a bunch of student athletes and they take them down to Florida for an internship or whatever. He'd have been perfect for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
he would have been.
Speaking of guys of being too old, do you see this guy that's getting the 8th year?
I didn't.
Miami.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. Linebacker.
Yeah. Muhammad Tori, who
tackled
played
Justin Fields.
Yes. He's okay. Here's how this works. So this guy has announced he's coming back next year. He was one of their better linebackers on the team last year for Miami, so they're going to run it back with him. 2019, first year in college football.
That's ridiculous.
He redshirted like a regular red shirt.
Sure.
Okay. 2020 was COVID, so that year didn't count for him.
It's the bonus year.
Yeah. So 2021, his third year in college, that was his technically freshman eligibility year. Then 2022, injured, medical redshirt. Oh, my God. 2023, he played his redshirt sophomore eligibility year. 2024, medical redshirt again.
How?
Because you can now. The rules changed. You can now do that.
Get medical red
Yeah,
shirts?
that's how these guys have done it.
They got to do something about that.
You get one, man. That's it.
2025, last year, he transferred to Miami. So I should clarify, he started his career at Rutgers. So like Rutgers all that time. Last year transferred to Miami as a junior, redshirt junior. This year he is a redshirt senior. So he has another year, unless he gets hurt, and then I guess he can play again.
How old is this kid?
I tried to look it up. The internet is scrubbed of this info. I think he has to be at least 25.
If he doesn't have 3 degrees by now.
Well, no kidding. Right.
And he's not one of those guys who's on like his 4th school.
No, it's 2 schools.
Yeah, he should have 3 degrees.
Says that as of January 2026, he is 24 years old.
Okay.
He was born January 13, 2002.
Get a job.
He was born.
He got one.
No, a real job.
It ain't paying like this.
I mean, what are we doing?
Is he any good? That's the question.
No, he's a good player. He's definitely a good player.
Yeah.
So I'd be a good player if I was playing at 24 as well.
So he's going. He will go to the NFL.
You were a good player, even though you weren't playing at 24.
Well, the NFL people, it's probably they don't like drafting old dudes, and they don't like medicals that are a red flag. And he's gonna have a red flag for the medical for sure.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 different red shirts for medical issues. Yeah. I would think so. We got to kind of wrap up this segment, but I want to get your thoughts before we go. Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Like the hire, not like the hire, in between. Where are you at on that?
I didn't think that they were going to hire an offensive coordinator in the first place.
I did too.
So I think this is a positive. I know a lot of people are like, oh man, he's not great, whatever. You need a run game dude. And I think he provides that, which is a big positive. Ryan's going to do what he does in the pass game, so that's fine. And I didn't want them to hire a dude who shows his ankles in 2026. I needed a guy who is a little bit burlier. He's got the mustache that looks a little bit goofy. Like, that feels like a run game guy to me.
They say he's an adult film star.
Okay, well, the mustache.
The
stash. Yeah. I mean, I could see that. But the last thing I wanted was a skinny offensive coordinator that showed his ankles. So I'm actually very happy with this.
This guy, I looked him up, by the way, same birth year as me. 82.
Okay.
So we're getting a little older there. We're getting a little more seasoning.
I like it.
Plus, you've been a head coach multiple times in the NFL. I feel like you drop down from the NFL to coordinate.
Yes. By the way,
that's a huge upgrade.
People who are like, oh, he was bad in the NFL. Like, there'd be a lot of guys who were bad in the NFL that'd be great here.
Yeah. I feel like it's like letting a varsity player drop down to JV.
Yeah.
You will see what you have. It's a different level coaching in college than the NFL. 100%. All right, we're going to hit the buzzer. JP's going to stick around. More with Joshua Perry coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Monday morning to you. Not noticing any crashes on our roads right now, but we are seeing a disabled vehicle that could cause some concerns over there on the north side of Columbus, really just south of Westerville on 270. It's that westbound direction, just passing Cleveland Avenue right before that 71 intersection, so do expect some lane closures this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1, 2, 3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Don't start the new year with the same old ride. Right now, score low lease payments on all 2026 models, like $149 a month for a brand new Elantra or $159 for a new Sonata. Hurry in and kick off the new year right. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With proof credit $39.95 down plus tax, title, and fees. 2-year lease with 10K miles per year. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Ends 2-2.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Enjoy an entire week of delicious family meals for a good deal better at Meijer. Fresh from Meijer chicken or certified Angus beef ground beef from Chuck small packs are buy 2 get 1 free. Mix or match. Select varieties of Earthbound Farm organic salad mixes are buy 1 get 1 free. And 12 packs of select Pepsi products are buy 2 get 1 free. Plus deposit where applicable. Getting more while also saving more. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Byrne live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Yes, but have you heard of the band on my hat? It's not a band today. It's a defunct sports team. You can go see it at the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Don't forget, tomorrow, Hot Take Tuesday. Hot take. Will we still be in a level 3 snow emergency by tomorrow? I'm going to say no. I hope that's not a hot take. I hope whatever.
That
snow
ain't melting.
It ain't melting.
I know.
I just want the streets to be cleared a little bit more. But can we do that either?
Let's all make this pact, right? The 3 of us here. Isaiah's in for Dylan today, and everybody listening. Let's make this pact. We can't control the world, but can we all just agree not to be stupid when we're driving on the roads? Because not everybody has like a
tricked out, modded, giant, like knobby tire 4-wheel drive vehicle that's meant to go in like deserts. For the rest of us who drive normal vehicles, like right, if you're driving Cardale's truck,
exactly,
right, that's ready for like a bug out vehicle for if the zombies attack.
But how does it stop on ice though? That's always
a great
my question.
It's a great point,
right? Like you can get through the snow, like we can all figure that out. But you hit that patch of ice, and we're all screwed. So slow your ass down.
Yeah, like it's just if you can roll to a stop, that's always going to be better in this stuff than when I I got to jab the brakes, and now we're all going different ways. One thing that drives me crazy is when you're in a lane where it's like this lane's clear, this lane's a little snowy. And if I'll go slower and stay in the snowy lane if I don't want to go as fast. My car's not built for the snow. I'll stay over out of the way, right? Let the people who think they can fly go fly. But they come up next to you in a giant truck with like 8-wheel drive and all this stuff. And then they sit next to you for like a mile. And it's like, you were in such a big hurry. Just go past me. Instead, now we're sitting side by side. If one of us goes, boop, now we're both in the ditch. And now we're both going to be cussing each other out. So let's be smart. Just take it slow. There's nothing worth getting to today unless you're an emergency worker.
Essential worker.
Then why are you driving your regular vehicle? Go get in the vehicle that's made for this stuff and leave me alone.
This guy in a Ford Fusion blew past me earlier. And I'm
real?
like, I will see you in a ditch in about 3 miles.
It's sad that people feel like that. Like if somebody speed past you in the bad weather, it's like subconsciously you be like, you gonna end up in that ditch. I'm gonna roll
It's
right
not that
past you.
it's not that I'm rooting for it. It's just those are the odds.
I'm kind of rooting for it a little bit. You go too fast.
That's right. Yeah, there's a little bit of like the Darwin law that I'm just like, all right, if you want to do that, go ahead. I'm not going to get in your way. But no, I feel like I think everyone should have to drive a vehicle that only has rear-wheel drive in the snow at least once in their lifetime.
I've done that.
Right.
It was the worst thing ever. I had my Challenger, and I was like, I could push a Challenger in the snow.
Oh, God.
I was going like 10 miles per hour for the rest of the drive.
But you learn how to like control the vehicle with your foot and not just be like slamming on the brakes whenever you see a little slowdown.
That was terrible.
As someone who drives a Mustang, drove a Mustang in that yesterday, I can empathize with you. And I have to drive it back today, so we're going to find out.
Enjoy.
Yeah, if you see a blue Mustang and someone just like white knuckling it, just leave me alone. Just get around me, leave me alone. I'm going the speed that makes sense for me.
Did you know Stretch was with Braves?
Yeah, I saw him at the end of the game. I didn't know he was with them, but
this is our favorite segment called Tyvis Speaks in Code. That only
John Streecher, I think is his name.
I just called him Stretch.
Everybody called him Stretch. Stretch was the intern for Everett Withers, who was the safeties coach / defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
When Everett Withers left Ohio State, he went to James Madison. He took Stretch with him.
Okay.
And Stretch was like, so for me, Stretch was like, if I didn't know something, talk to Stretch. Stretch would have the answer. He'd teach you certain things about the defense.
So he was like a coaching intern, though, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, he's getting guys coffee.
Was he considered a GA?
That's a great question.
But
those guys kind of.
Yeah.
The GAs have also evolved.
Like Ron. What happened to Ron? He was with Detroit.
Oh, Ron's selling bourbon now.
Oh, really?
It's my guy.
He's
my
not
connect.
in Detroit with the Lions?
No, he's down in Kentucky now.
I mean, I don't even know who Ron is. I got to get to know Ron.
Ron is my guy.
I got to meet Ron.
He was our linebacker GA.
Yeah. Okay.
He was the one that actually he did signals too. So how about that?
So he was the dummy signal.
The dummy signal.
So what is this John Streecher guy doing now?
So John Streecher, Stretch.
Yeah.
He is the now vice president of football operations and strategy for the Patriots.
Jeez.
And Peter Schrager was giving him a lot of love on Twitter. He was saying the Patriots' advantage is their elite clock and game management. Vrabel will never be outsmarted in that aspect of a football game. His secret is not so secret anymore. Weapon John Streecher, the vice president.
Weapon.
Yeah, the vice president of football operation. He's SB bound.
So Fernando is Dion's boss now. Is Prime's boss.
Fernando Love?
Yeah.
He with Colorado?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
So Fernando was like the assistant director of football ops. He used to be the guy who was on the mic during practice, and Urban would be Urban would cuss him out when he would try to roll tape in the team meeting. He'd try to roll tape, and there'd be something wrong with it, and he'd be like, "Fern, he's get the tape right." Whatever. This guy is Prime's boss now.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What is his job title?
He's the athletic director at Colorado.
Wow.
Yes.
Fernando
Crazy.
Love
Look
is
at
the.
that.
Hold on, I gotta Google that.
All right. Well, see, now this is good because every week I ask Tyvis, like, hey, any of your old football connections? Maybe we could go goose up an interview here. We could talk. Well, now I got connections to Vrabel, Dion. Thank you.
He should have
for letting me know.
Tyvis wasn't doing it right. He could have Bryant Haynes on the show.
See,
he was linebacker GA in 13. You could have had Matt Merritt. He's the running back coach at Miami.
We played against Nathan Shieldhouse.
Yes,
I had no idea.
This dude,
I had no idea. Listen,
wheels ain't turning.
Dustin said that to me. He's like, you played against him, dude. I'm like, no, I didn't. He was
Yes,
like,
you did.
He was the quarterback at Illinois. I said, oh, that's the game I played like 116 snaps.
This is hilarious.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
this is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's
Sure
true.
enough, director of athletics, Fernando. Look at this.
Next time I go out to Colorado, would you please put in a good word for me so I can get some tickets? I want to go watch a game out there. All right, so you are going to be on Bishop and Friends, Joshua, today, 9 to noon. Hopefully you're staying safe. It's still a level 3 as of right now, so yeah, you don't have much else to do, so keep it locked here, right on the fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
All right. I could have put this guy as the overachiever of the week, but I figured I'd leave it here. American rock climber Alex Honnold. If you don't know who this guy is, look him up. He is best known for climbing the 3,000-foot El Capitan, which is a cliff in Yosemite National Park. It's a sheer rock face. It's 3,000 feet tall. He did it with no ropes, no anything back in 2017. There was a documentary made about it. Could have died. He didn't. He's a great rock climber, okay? Well, he had a dream to climb a skyscraper in Taiwan called Taipei 101. It was the tallest building in the world when it was built in 2004. Now I think there's a building in the Middle East that's a little taller.
Burj Khalifa.
That's it. Yes, that's right. I love his rap albums. My God. Burj/Wiz Khalifa. I love it. Anyway, Alex Honnold climbed this Taipei 101 thing, which is 1,600 feet tall, barehanded, no ropes, no nets, on Netflix. And you can go watch it, I guess, if you haven't seen it. But it's, stunning. He said he was listening to Tool the entire time up. That was what was keeping him going in his headphones.
What makes a person want to do this?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. But you know what? It's cool to see humans achieve things. And I am happy to watch that on Netflix and not be anywhere close to.
You climb
I don't even think this is cool.
You climb a little different when you know death is.
Oh, do you? Oh, really?
More climbing tips with Tyvis tomorrow on Hot Take Tuesday. But next, it's Bishop and Friends. Be safe out there. Stay warm. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, thankfully, we are still not seeing any major crashes out there. But if you are heading out, want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy, being patient and going slow on these roads. We're still seeing some snowy conditions out there. That's causing some concern as well as some black ice. So once again, allow for extra time if you can, too, and extra caution on those bridges, overpasses, and especially those ramps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna.